Under the direction of band director, Mrs. Susan Cassidy. Please remain standing and join the elder principal, Mr. Pregame, in a prayer to bless our efforts here tonight.
Stay out of the beer.
Thank you. I would like to welcome the Highlands team and fans to Elder High School. We are excited to have you here tonight. Before every home game, we take a moment to pause for prayer. I invite everyone to remove their hats, bow their heads, and join together in prayer. Lord, we are grateful for the opportunity to be here tonight and for the many blessings you have given us. We thank you for the talents of the athletes, coaches, and officials, and for the passion and dedication they bring to the game. We also lift up our band members, cheerleaders, and students, thanking you for their hard work and commitment to their schools. We ask that you grant strength to all those involved with this contest, that they may pursue excellence and strive for Altiora, the higher things. Lord, we also ask for your blessing upon those serving our country as they protect and defend our freedoms. Be with our school communities, those who need our prayers tonight, and grant everyone a safe journey home. Amen.
And now to honor America, please remove your hats, face the flag, and join your elder marching Panther band with the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, high school football fans out there in the 859 and beyond. Welcome back to 859 Sports Radio as we are out of the 859 tonight. Cross over the river to the 513. We're on the west side at historic Elder High School at the Pit, where the Highlands Bluebirds bring their 6-1 record, 3-game winning streak, and a huge district win over the Covington Catholic Colonels 31-28. And they've won their last 3. And the Elder Panthers, a little bit bigger resume, undefeated, #1 in the state of Ohio in Division I. And this should be a good one. I'm Mark Weary, your play-by-play announcer. And when you lose your starting ace, you go to next man up, our #2 guy in the rotation, Kevin Connor. You're the 2.0. Travis Connor, the 2.0 of Kevin Connor. Welcome back, Travis.
Thanks for having me. God bless whoever scheduled this game. Two of the most storied programs in the area, and the pageantry here is unmatched. This is awesome.
Yes. Where is Kevin?
He's heading up to Notre Dame. Where else does he go?
All right, yeah. Does he have a apartment up there that he's rents now?
It's
condo?
He's so cheap. He stays in hotels probably 2 hours away from the stadium. So no.
I thought he was staying in his car. But yeah, this guy's the most qualified person to be in the booth right now on camera. Kevin Listerman, welcome back, Kevin. You know the players. You know Elder. You got family here. Heck, you tailgated in the Seton parking lot. You're like a West Sider.
Not quite. You can't get West Siders out of the West Side. So I don't know about that. I'm just glad you got another Kevin in the booth tonight.
Oh, that's right. I am outnumbered. But yeah, this should be fun. Every trip to the pit is usually a lot of fun until about the second quarter. At least in my experiences here. But no, this team is so impressive. The Elder Panthers, and they're led by quarterback Mr. Estep. Caden Estep he's thrown for 10 touchdown passes, only 2 picks. He's thrown at a 74% clip, 1,400 yards, averaging a couple hundred yards. Wow, look at that.
That's one way to take the field if you're part of the student body.
That's one of the most impressive entrances in high school sports. Would you agree, guys?
It's something different over here for sure.
And it's also Jersey night, which is my favorite of all themes. Because where else, we saw during the national anthem, where else are you going to see Justin Verlander, Steph Curry, and C.J. Stroud standing together? Nowhere. But yeah, and welcome back, guy next to you, Brennan Bucher, in the booth for the Highlands Bluebirds, back from Arizona State, where he's, I thought we taught him enough on 859 radio. But apparently not. He's got to go out to Arizona State and just get over the hump, learn a little bit more about broadcasting.
I guess so. Your specialty is this internet broadcasting, and he's going to diversify that portfolio over there.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the Highlands Bluebirds come in a little banged up. We hear Gabe Williams might not be playing tonight. Is that? Can you verify that, Mr. Coach Lister?
I'm pretty sure I saw him standing on the sidelines with no pads and no jersey this evening. So I know that it's a little bit of a back issue, and when they locked up the number 1 seed for the district last weekend, you want him healthy for the playoffs, and so unfortunately, I talked with him in the cafeteria today. He was pretty disappointed. Because these are the type of games you want to play in if you're any kind of competitor. The chance to play the number 1 team in the state across the river, historic stadium, So and I know Gabe, and it's tearing him up inside, but he's got to do what he's got to do to be healthy and be at his best in the postseason. Travis,
you were on camera last week. You had the front row seat for one of the best performances we've seen at a high school game in quite some time with Taden Lorenzen. 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, and the big one at the end of the game at the goal line on a 35-second drive. It was about 75 yards, capped off by the near walk-off against Covington Catholic. Take us back to that atmosphere and the monumental win there by Highlands.
It really is. They just find ways to win. Anybody was ready to call this game except for everyone on the sideline for Highlands. And 29 seconds down, go down, and somehow you're still able to find Taden Lorenz and whoever. Everybody in the stadium knows who they want to go to, and there's just no stopping the kid.
Yes, the guy guarding him looked like you back in the day.
Yeah, well, I think it was Cash Harney who hit him.
Yeah.
But Taden's such an athletic, such a competitor. He hangs on to that ball, and they're gonna, like I said, this is a David and Goliath story tonight. But there's nothing small about Taden Lorenz, and he's going to look every bit the part here against Elder.
Absolutely. But yeah, there's a lot more schools over here in the state of Ohio. When you're the number 1 of all of them, that's a big deal for Elder. And I know that they like taking on the best in Kentucky, and there's a big pride thing. Even though this game, but in Ohio it does mean more because of the computer ratings. So this is a big win for them, but they also a big pride game too.
100%. When you're on the field, I don't care what it means in district. If you're playing football, and it matters, and you can't tell these kids any different.
I mean, this would be a big win if they're able to. Kicking off for Elder is going to be number
84.
84. I was going to say, I hope it's not 94 because I don't have one. Adam Ree, who's done just about all you can do as a kicker here at the for the Elder Panthers. And here he tees it up at the 40, and it's going to be short, fielded at the 9 by Highlands, up the right hash. Looking for an opening, runs into his own blocker and gets across the 25-yard line. And was that number 4, Peyton Klosterman? Is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. I know his grandpa, Mark Ogle, and his daughter was a two-sport star over at the Notre Dame Academy. But he's a divorce lawyer, and apparently my wife has him on retainer. So we've got Littmer in the shotgun, and 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to hand off to the tailback. Gets through with a burst to the 30. Nice big play on first down for Highlands.
You know, I expect Highlands to come in with a game plan to control the clock and try to pound the ball and keep themselves in it late. If they have a chance late, they're exactly where they want to be.
Second sophomore Colton Kramer on that carry.
Oh, yeah, that's
Gabe
right.
Williams.
That's right. Gabe Williams out. And they hand off again up the middle. First down and a few extra. Man, this time going with Colt Kramer again.
Kramer does not look like a sophomore. I coached against him the last couple years at Connor when he was the quarterback, and how he's grown the last 2 years is incredible.
Out wide left over here is Garahan, and one in the slot, a triangle formation over on the right side in the empty for Littmer. Looking right, he's going to keep it on a draw. Design play, gets about 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
We're going to find out how Highlands athletes can match up here because they're running the ball at will. So eventually they're going to stack the box and go man-to-man on the outside, and that's when Highlands has to capitalize.
10:44 to go here, opening drive. 2nd and 7 at the 41 of the Bluebirds. Littmer has a tailback behind him. He's going to hand off to Kramer, who finds a hole near the first down. He's going to be about a yard, maybe half a yard short. And yet to see Taden Lorenzen. Is that also a something we should know about?
No, Taden's been on the field, but
okay. There he is.
Yeah, this is their big package here, their short yardage package.
Okay, so he is the direct snap that has worked so well, and he got the first down, but that is it. He needed about a foot, and that's all he got, but they're going to move the chains to the 48-yard line.
I don't know if there's a defense in the country. I know Elder's #1 in the state of Ohio, but I'm not sure there's anybody in the country that can stop Taden Lorenzen for half a yard.
Right, especially with the size of this O-line, which your dad says is the biggest he's seen at Highlands in some time.
They're really, really impressive. They don't look the part. They act the part as well.
What's the timeout for?
We're going to measure it. Now, the ball is exactly on the 48. The sticks are just shy of the 48, but we're going to go ahead and measure it.
Somebody needed a blow. I don't know. If this is not a football length first down, I'll go out half a football. I was going to say I'll go out there and take a bite out of it. That's not a first down, but we're right on the 48. So we should have zoomed in on that.
I was confident. We didn't need that.
So give us the emails at 859sportsradio@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you out there. 859. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Rio Littmer back in the shotgun. And play action. He's going to throw on the run, complete to Lorenzen, and he stretches the arm for another yard.
Just when I thought he was going to take off with it, he finds Taden down the field for a 7-yard gain.
I don't think they gave him the extra stretch.
He earned that. They got to give it to him.
I know. Isn't that how he scored one of his touchdowns last week?
Yeah, absolutely. His spatial awareness is incredible.
They're in the Elder territory at the 45, 2nd down and 3. And they're going to give it to Kramer, and he gets tripped up immediately and on a cutback that's been working so far for him. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. He got a yard.
A big 3rd down. This Highlands team runs the ball really well. They're not known to throw the ball really well, so they really want to focus on getting in that 3rd and short situation. This is right on the edge of that, about 3 yards.
Travis, I brought this up last week, and Kevin said it's legal. Like, you can be in motion. He seems to be leaning one way as the ball's being snapped and then runs the other.
As long as he's not moving forward, he's okay.
But I've never seen that. Handoff to Lorenzen, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3. Highlands yet to throw the ball. And they're going to say he lost a yard. So it was 3rd and 2, 4th and 3. And they are going to
bringing the punting unit on.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm surprised by this.
So
you're in the plus territory. You've got 3 yards. You're not going to get these opportunities a ton against Elder. You got to capitalize.
I agree. But they're going to pin him back. And punt is away. They challenged it, and it's going to be fielded at the 15. Tackled immediately. Great coverage there. And the punter for Highlands is Cale Harris, who's we saw his arm. Kevin, I know you were there for this Cale Harris scramble.
Yeah. Cale's a tremendous athlete. You know, he plays basketball. He was the JV starting quarterback last year. So that play in particular wasn't totally foreign to him. He's playing wide receiver this year, and he's had a heck of a leg last year. I think he was all conference as a punter. So, you know, I think what Coach Spires doing here, look, make them go the length of the field. You don't want to give them a big emotional play early.
You can zoom that in some. There you go. All right. 1st down and 10. Elder's first snap. No score. And their E-Step keeps it, and he's through and gets a 1st down on 1st down. So we got 8:16 left.
We've heard a lot about E-Step, and you can see the explosiveness from first carry.
Yes.
It's something special.
1st and 10. They're in a hurry up. He's in the empty. 4 wideouts to the right. He's rolling out to the right. Has a man wide open and catches it. Somehow holds on to it and gets to the 31-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 for Elder.
Elder's going to look to get the ball out quick. They want to get the ball out on the edge and then let E-Step roll out and have that opportunity to run when it's there.
E-Step, the 2nd leading rusher here on this Elder Panther team.
And he's efficient when he throws the ball, thrown at the rate of 72% completion rate.
500 yards on the year for the quarterback. 2 wideouts to the left. And they got a fullback in there to block for the tailback who gets the handoff. He gets stood up, and they're trying the tush push works, and they get the 1st down. So Highlands not enough girth on that D-line to stop the push.
That was I was going to say I was impressed by how quickly they swarmed the ball in Fort Thomas. That call might have been blown a little bit earlier, but we're across the river now. They're going to get those extra 4 yards.
2 1st downs here for Elder. Ball's at the 37-yard line. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. E-Step's going to roll out to his left and goes down. He fumbles it. I think it rolled to, let's see, Highlands said they got it. It was rolling to the Elder Panther and the Blue football. Oh, man. Wow.
That was Cooper Benke with the pressure, and then E-Step tried to make a big play there and lost the ball, and it went backwards, and I believe that was Adam Dunn on the recovery.
Wow, and he should have just tucked that thing and fallen down. He thought about throwing it away, and I think that's the only reason he fumbled it.
Sure. And then he realized that he was still in the pocket, so then that's a loss.
Right.
Just a myriad of sins there, as Coach Shields would say.
So 1st and 10 at the 23 with 7:22 to go here in the 1st quarter. Highlands in business. Punted on their first possession, but they drove into Elder territory, and now they're starting in great field position. Littmer in the shotgun. Play action. And he's going to tuck it and run. And he slides short of the first down, but he got a nice chunk on making something out of nothing.
You know, with what Highlands is doing, and Elder doesn't have the personnel right now to spy Littmer, so they're giving him the green light to run, and he's had yards, he's had room all day.
Yes. Highlands has definitely moved the football here early, setting the tone. Littmer waiting on the snap. And almost intercepted as someone jumped right into that passing lane. Number 2 for the Panthers, Alex Dugan. And he had a man open, but Dugan read it perfectly.
That play started pre-snap for Elder. They disguised their coverage. Their corner came in on the slot receiver and then dropped quickly after the snap. And Rio made a late decision to go to that slant route, and it almost cost him.
3rd down and 5. Ball's at the 18-yard line. Littmer in the shotgun. Dropping back, looking right, and overthrows it. Going to bring up 4th down, and maybe we'll see Kai Anderson here trying to get Highlands on the board first.
And we will. This is going to be a long field goal, but we've seen it. Kai's got the leg.
Oh, yeah. He practices 50-yarders at halftime. We've seen that all year long. And it's going to be a 35-yard field goal for Kai Anderson. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. The kick is right down the middle. Good. Kai Anderson, Highlands up 3-0.
So far, I'm very impressed with both Highlands' offense and defense. Defense gave up a few yards rushing, but the second time Elder dropped back to pass, they were swarming that backfield.
Yes, and Coach Listerman, is that Mikey Abner on the hold?
That was Mikey Abner on the hold.
He's done a great job this year.
I tell you what, they had some struggles early in the season. I know that they made the change, and Mikey's been he's been the all-state guy back there. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Good hands, handled some bad snaps, and he's gotten it down. And I think the operation has gotten smoother as the year has gone on. And it's nice to be able to see that operation produce points for the Birds.
You got to get the sunset before this kickoff, because
I mean, does it get any better than that on Friday night?
No. Well, it might in a few minutes, and then we'll capture that too. But I'm a sunset moon guy. I love the moon, and when it's out here, love to get the fans back home. The atmosphere that we're experiencing, which is incredible here at the pit. So Anderson now kicking off with a 3-0 lead for the Bluebirds, and he slips, and it's going to roll to the 27-yard line. And luckily for Highlands, that busted play doesn't result in a big return. But that would be at the 40 if this were the NFL, because it didn't land in the landing zone. Man.
As far as mishaps go, it could have been much, much worse.
Oh, yeah.
That ball rolled a long time and let them get down to cover it.
I think Kai Anderson landed before the ball did.
To be honest, that would almost could have been one of those rare offsides on the kickers. That plant step was pretty far forward after he slipped.
6:29 to go here in the first quarter, and it's 3-0 Bluebirds. E-step in the shotgun, 2 wide out to the right. And we got a flag on the play.
I think the fullback stepped up to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got set.
Gotcha. Illegal shift. You're on it, Coach Listerman. Wow.
That's my days as a JV football official in the Southern Buckeye Conference over here in Cincinnati.
So I've been doing this 20 years, 859, 6.5 years, and I never get the first shout out. Go Birds, Jared Doherty. Shout out to Coach Listerman.
Coach Doherty, he was a senior year 3 for me.
Okay.
And he coaches our 8th grade football team now. His
He
dad was
always-
a heck of a player. He was a great kicker, went to Lindsey Wilson.
He always checks in. So it's going to bring up 1st and 15 for Elder. Look for the screen. E-step's going to keep it.
Oh,
He's got daylight.
screened.
He's got one man to beat. To the 50, to the 40, and he's out of bounds. No one spying E-step, and he made him pay.
Really well designed play by there. They sent 21 Becker out on a kind of a swing route, and they quickly faked it, and then E-step on the draw. So there are two running threats here. Highlands kind of overcompensated for Becker because they've only seen him on one carry, and nobody accounted for the quarterback.
Just under 6 minutes. It's Elder's first snap in Highlands territory at the 35-yard line. They trail the Bluebirds 3-0. 3 wideouts to the right. And now they're going to put a man over on the left side. And they're going to call a timeout because there's some confusion there. So time for some for my own shout out as somebody near and dear to your heart, the Muller family.
Oh yeah.
John Muller, father of Luke Muller, and tomorrow's the big Luke Muller golf outing. And we got another connection there is our buddy Tim Price, and who runs the biggest golf outing in Northern Kentucky, one of the most successful around. And his son Jack on this team for the Highlands Bluebirds. And let's see here.
Let me zoom us out there.
All right. There it is. There they are. There's the three amigos. And Luke Muller coming off a really successful golf career at NKU. And big shout out to those guys. And good luck tomorrow, as I know it's going to be successful as it always is. And great weather for the No One Stands Alone theme golf outing as E-step pump fakes. And then he's going to throw it out of the backfield. Gets away to the 25-20, inside the 20. Never does go down is the running back Becker, who is a nice weapon for E-step.
Yeah, really good awareness there by E-step. This was a fake swing and go, and that go, Highlands didn't bite at all, so he came back to that swing pass. Becker stayed and was available and had a lot of space to run and running over defensive back, so he's dangerous when he gets in that second level.
It's only Becker's 12th catch of the year for 89 yards, so a really big gain there for Elder on out of the backfield on the swing pass. And E-step fakes the handoff across the middle, and a diving catch. And I guess say he's down at the 1. What a catch.
Wow. He really waited a long time to throw that slant, and somehow wide receiver had really, really strong hands to pull that in.
You want the light off or on?
I'd rather have it off. There you go.
That was a job for a taller man. That's not me and Mark.
Some things you've never heard, I've never heard. Mark, can you reach that for me? And here's Becker into the end zone for the touchdown. Elder now takes the lead 6-3, and they made that look very easy. And I think Highlands poked the bear with that turnover that Elder had on that first possession. They came out with some purpose. I think they were ticked off.
Yeah, we didn't see Becker once on the first drive, and we got a heavy dose of them, and I think they've found something there, and I'd be surprised if they don't continue to chase that dragon.
You talk about the two-headed monster between he and E-step running the ball, 1,000 yards between the two of them. And the kick is up, and the kick is good, right?
Yes.
Good, 7-3. Keep the emails coming, 859sportsradio@gmail.com. Robin Smith checking in, watching from Fort Thomas. Go Birds. And, man, it's just gorgeous here. Glad you could watch. If you can't be here, we love our audience, love the emails. And little backstory with Luke Muller. I was actually having lunch with my wife at the hospital, sitting out on the grounds at St. E's. And Terry Muller walked by, working for Care Spring. And she told me that Luke started to play golf because of his lymphoma. Or myeloma? Which one? One of the two.
I think it was lymphoma.
Yeah. And he started to play golf because he needed to be away from people.
That makes sense.
And that's a lonely game. You can go out there and play by yourself. He did, and got really, really good at it. And I saw an article, great article by Mark Harden in the Link NKY today, and says that Luke's trying to get on helping coach at NKU.
Really?
Here's the kick, and into the end zone, and the kicker for Elder, number 84, right? Adam Ree puts that into the end zone. A lot deeper kick than the first one, which went to the 10, showing his foot there.
Absolutely, and this is a big-time drive for Highlands right here. This game has the potential to get away from you with how dominant Elder looked on that last drive, but if Highlands can respond here, they're right back in this, no problem.
5:15 to go. As you can see, the goalpost right in the camera shot here. So if you can't see the number behind the goalpost, you know it's a 1. That's a rule of thumb. Still in the first quarter, Rio Littmer dropping back, quick out, complete, tries to make a move, goes down after an extra yard after catch was Chase Jacob.
Elder's been sitting back in the zone, so they're giving Highlands the opportunity of those quick outs. Though right there is what you call a smash concept, and that's an easy 5 yards Highlands can take all day.
And got the extra yard, so 2nd and 4. Rio Littmer, play action, slant, complete! And I think that's Carnahan, right?
Garahan.
Oh, Garahan.
Ian Garahan, he's a senior wide receiver.
The older I get, those G's look like C's.
Yeah, well, I totally understand that. We got Carnahans, we got 2 of those. We got a Garahan.
Okay.
So you're not that far off base.
I wasn't totally off the reservation, was I?
No.
So first down, Highlands. Rolling out to the right, throwing on the run, complete. And there he is.
That's number 9.
Number 9 is Jacob.
What John Felderbrugge. 8 is
Oh, my
Jacob.
bad.
8s and 9s. I got you.
No, the problem was that was just memory. I was just trying to remember who that was, and I got it wrong. I saw the 9, but I'm not going to trust my memory anymore. Felbrugge is becoming a really favorite target here, isn't he?
Yeah, he was injured, had a hand injury early in the season, and so he didn't get
Uh-oh.
no motion on the Birds, I think.
Pre-snap penalty, and, man, you live to be 2nd and 2 against the Elder Panthers at the pit, and now you lose 5, 2nd and 7.
Those are the things that Highlands can't afford to do tonight. They can get away with those in Kentucky where they tend to dominate, but here you've got to play a near-perfect game.
Right. Yeah, you cannot give this team 5 yards. You're near midfield, and now you're right at midfield. Now you're back to the 45. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Rio Littmer gets the snap, and he's being chased, and he better throw this away. And he was looking for Lorenzen, who that's a nice big target if you're just trying to put it in the vicinity of somebody trying to make a spectacular play. He's the guy, but he was unable to catch it.
Yeah, and probably a good overthrow by Littmer. That it's not a throw you want him to make, running opposite of his throwing hand, throwing across his body. So a good overthrow there.
There was a crossing route there for Tatum. The linebacker smashed him about 3 yards off the line of scrimmage and really disrupted the timing on that.
Which you are allowed. And dropping back is Littmer. Sets up, fires, and caught on a comeback route right at the sideline. What a play.
There's number 8.
There he is. I knew. I was just a little early. I'm clairvoyant. I knew it was coming.
You did.
Death taxes and Highlands running sticks routes on 3rd and long. Some things never change.
So 1st and 10 in Elder territory for the 3rd time are these Bluebirds. They trail 7-3. Empty formation for Rio Littmer. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He's looking right. And another slant, and incomplete. Had it, and then hit the ground, and did not survive the ground.
One thing Elder does really, really impressively, we touched on before, is they disguise their coverage really, really well. So what Rio read as man coverage there ended up being a zone, and that outside linebacker sat on that route.
And that was Jacob again. He leaves. He's a little uniform readjustment as his pads were hanging out after that tackle. So He's going to go with Lorenzen this time on 2nd and 10, which he's been getting about 4 or 5 yards a carry going into this game, but against this defense, it's tough. He got a yard.
A little bit of
That's a bad spot. He fell on top of 3 bodies, and they moved it back a yard and a half.
Wow.
That guy blew that play dead before, as soon as Tatum got hit in the hole. But like you said earlier,
yep,
we're over here in Price Hill.
Yep, 3rd down. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9. And Lorenzen's going to stay out there in a throwing situation. He has not thrown many. And he pump fakes. And he pump fakes again, and he scrambles, and he throws on the run into traffic, gets intercepted. Still on his feet. Not a good decision there by Tatum Lorenzen. And getting up slowly for the Bluebirds is Cale Harris. Not sure what happened to him, but he was would have been more advised to throw that one away.
I'm surprised they had Tatum out there on 3rd and long.
Yeah.
Last week, Rio Littmer was probably the best we've ever seen him throw the ball. He's made a lot of strides. And
no better target than Tatum Lorenzen.
Absolutely.
And he's throwing the ball, which takes that equation away. So Elder, once again, knocking on the door. Good field position for the first time tonight at the 44-yard line of Highlands. Good starting field position, I meant, for the first time tonight. Empty formation for E-step. And another draw, keeps it right up the middle, and another first down. So those design keepers have given Highlands fits.
They have it, and I'm still surprised they don't have Becker there in the backfield. The two of them together are really tough to stop. And here he comes on the field.
Yes. 1st and 10 at the Highlands 34-yard line. They trail 7-3, and they've certainly challenged this Eller defense, but unable to get into the end zone yet. Rolling out, quick out to Becker, and great open field tackle. A 1-yard gain for Becker, and that was Carnahan, right?
That was Connor Carnahan. Yeah, he's playing that spot normally filled by Gabe Williams. Connor usually plays the other safety or corner for us, and now he's in that spot. So he's got the quarterback and the running back out of the backfield. Nice tackle.
1:22 to go. What do you think, Travis?
He looks the part. That closing speed was impressive.
Yes. 2nd down, and they say no gain. So 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line. Empty for E-step. Dropping back. Throws down the middle of the field, and almost a one-hand catch. And nice ball by E-step. Is intended for, Chase Walpole. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long. The first 3rd and long that Elders had tonight.
I believe that was Chase Jacob in man-to-man coverage over top, and it covers 0. So he's got 0 help, and he did a nice job. I would like to see him turn his head to avoid that potential flag coming out, but he was all over that receiver.
Yes. 3rd down, seeing how many, depending on what they get on 1st down, it might still be 4-down territory here for Elder at the 34. Empty once again for E-step. And he's going to keep it, and this time only get 2. So maybe 1. So it's going to bring up 4th and long, and see if Elder wants to pin Highlands back or not too worried about turning the ball over on downs at the 33, but too long for a field goal. So this is definitely one of those tweeners.
It is, and Elder feels good, but this could be such a huge play for Highlands. And Mr. 55, Mr. Mason Howard, if he can get another hit like that, E-step's going to be feeling it.
Empty again. When you have a little back off the line like that, is that still considered the empty? Dropping back. E-step, Ian Chase gets away and throws up a prayer, and it's going to be incomplete as he was just throwing it away. And kind of what Tatum Lorenzen probably should have done on 3rd down. E-step realizing that, I can just get rid of it in that worst case scenario, they get the ball at the 33.
Highlands pass rush is super impressive tonight, and Cooper Banky has made some big-time plays, first on the punt and now getting after that quarterback. He looks the part tonight.
Yeah, the two Bankies, they're twins, Cooper and Griffin, are both the defensive ends, and they just wreak havoc on pocket passers. And that's a huge response out of the Highlands defense after the turnover.
First and 10 at the 33. Highlands comes out with the Rio Littmer taking over this series, and Kramer to his left. And he hands off to Kramer, cuts it back up the middle, and spin moves, gets an extra 2, I think, out of the spin. He was getting big chunks early, but certainly had a decent run there. Got 3, 2nd and 7.
This is 2 weeks in a row that Cole Kramer just looks really, really impressive. He does not look like a sophomore running the ball.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, where we got our buddy Dave Newman checking in. He said it's good. Let's see, what's his exact words? Can't mess this up. Good quality broadcast. Better commentators.
Well, that's because the camera guy's not very good.
Let's see here. No, you don't have to do anything. This should adjust. And there's Mr. Newman in the big screen at the Newman house. Man, he's living in high cotton.
Yeah, why we got a minute? I got a couple of shout-outs, if you don't mind.
No,
First of all,
the
Highlands Bluebirds volleyball team is in a tournament down in Lexington. Got their first win tonight.
Oh, nice.
They had Burke Barlow checking in. They're having a great season. They are, I don't know, about 17-4 or 5. They've had a really good season.
Yeah.
And so they're down there. I got a shout out to Mr. Brad Stricker. His son's a sophomore lineman for the Birds.
Okay.
He's been battling some health issues, and he couldn't be at the game tonight.
Well,
and I just want to let him know that he's a warrior, and he's
awesome.
an inspiration to the rest of us
Absolutely.
in Bluebird Nation.
Switching directions here at the beginning of the second quarter. 7-3 Elder. Play action. Quick out. Wide receiver screen. Cuts back. Goes up the left sideline. First down, Bluebirds on 2nd and 7. I'll get to the picture in a minute, but a big shout out to the 493 Speakeasy, where they're watching us. As always, well done, gents. We're in the Speakeasy tuning in. Go Kentucky, not just Highlands, the whole state on the line tonight against these number 1 in the state of Ohio Elder Panthers. We'll get to that Speakeasy picture in a minute, the 493 on the 859. 11:34 to go. Littmer, crossing route complete to Lorenzen, slips, gets the first down. Wonder what would have happened if he hadn't slipped, because I think there was an opening between those two tacklers.
It might have been.
Rio Littmer's seeing the field really, really well these last few weeks.
Yeah.
I've been really impressed with him throwing the ball.
Yes, last week I thought the best overall game we've seen Rio have. And he picked a really good time to have it against Covington Gaelic. So 11-12 to go, 7-3. Highlands really would love to get in the end zone here. Play action rolling out right. Littmer, pump fake, and he's going to throw it away. No, he actually was trying to complete it, but only one person could have come close. That was Bryce Armstrong. Bryce Armstrong, one of the best athletes on that field tonight as a freshman.
Really
coming to his own.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, not at all. He's an impressive young man.
So clock stop at 11:02, 2nd and 10 at the 44 of the Panthers. Littmer trying to draw him off on the hard count, and he's going to change the play at the line, telling his O-line where to block. One wide out to either side. Lorenzen in there to block and cannot free up. I think that's Duncan, right?
Oh, wow.
Aiden Duncan. That tells you the tackling ability of Elder with Jared Lorenzen out there blocking for him. The guy still, it was like the classic Oklahoma drill there.
Yeah, they swarmed them, and on 2nd and 10, they had no fear of the passing game. And here we'll see it again. We'll see if they can pull off that the sticks route on 3rd and long. So I expect about a 12-yard route, hitting it right at the sideline.
3rd and 11. See if they can hold off this Panther rush. And they blitz, and a crossing route complete. Oh, man, what a tackle. Legal, but up high, grabbed him around the front of the neck, threw him down.
It's Felderbrugge again on the catch.
Yes, and it's going to be another punting situation here for Highlands.
With Elder in this zone coverage, the crossing routes are open, but they close on them really, really quick.
Yes. Yeah, they are really fast. And punt is away, and it's a good one, and takes a big bounce into the end zone. So he was hoping that thing would take a right. Instead, it's going to be a touchback for Elder, and they lead 7-3. So Highlands held on the last possession, and that was after the interception where Elder had great field position at about the 45 and couldn't do much with it. Gained about 10 yards, and that was it. So here's the picture of the 4-9-3, right? Come on. Come on. There it is. Love it. Love it, guys. Thank you, and girls. Matt Buford checking in with that. And got about a yard.
It's a sophomore Caden Sturdivant in there at defensive tackle. He kind of rotates in with Mers and Howard in there. The young man works his tail off. He's a big body. Great young man, gives a little depth to that defensive line.
Brings up 2nd and 8, 9:17 to go here in the second quarter, and a low-scoring affair here at the pit, 7-3. 3 wideouts, and you said Elder only beat Cubcat by 8, right, Travis?
Correct.
3 wideouts to the right. He's going to keep it again, look for a hole, and does not get away from the tackler across the 25-yard line to the 26. Brings up 3rd and 4. And Travis, who was on that tackle?
Isaac Neiman with a great closeout in a solo tackle there.
3rd and 4. Big third down play here. 8:44 to go in the first half. And Highlands playing without Gabe Williams tonight, too.
See, empty. This straight drop-back pass offense has not worked well for Elder. Let's see if this is a QB draw.
And he throws it, lobs it. Intercepted by the Bluebirds. He fell down at the 40. Oh, man, he had some running room if he could have stayed on his feet. Another turnover. That's 3 in the game, 2 for Elder, 1 for Highlands. And
Elder's sideline, the fans, the coaches all want pass interference, but I'll tell you what, it wasn't one. He had his hands on him, but they were both going for the ball, absolutely legal. He can have his hands on him, he just can't push him.
Right.
And this coach is asking for a flag. This would be a tough time situation to get a flag for Elder.
oh, man, he might get one.
No.
He might see a flag. He might get one himself. Not here.
It's not across the river, man. Yep.
And that back judge just looked at him and said, Coach, this is the GCL. We haven't made that call in 35 years. We're not about to call it tonight.
1st and 10, Bluebirds. Trying to get in that end zone for the first time tonight. It would give them a lead. They led 3-0. 2 wideouts to the right. And design keeper by Littmer. And that's a flag.
That'll be a hold.
And I saw Littmer's jersey, but they were trying to tackle him. And that's going to be 10 yards back. So, man, that's not the way you want to start this big drive in Elder territory. The second time tonight that they've gotten a turnover in Elder territory and yet to come away with points from it. And it just got 10 times harder.
And if Cardenhan hadn't slipped when he had that interception, he had room.
Oh, yeah. And a blocker.
Absolutely.
Wow. So 1st and 20 at the 50. Empty formation now. Looking for the screen. Complete. Has some room and brought down by the jersey at the 46-yard line.
This linebacking core for Elder is really impressive. That was a one-handed from behind, grabbed his jersey, pulled him down. That was a strong tackle.
led by Derek Urin, that whose upside is very high.
Leading tackler on Elder's team.
Yes, he is. He's going high D1. Play action, Littmer. Oh, man, he's going to keep it. And he's going back and all the way back to the 40. He should have just kept running with it. He decided to try to get some separation from that Elder defense to be able to throw it, and there was no separation. They stayed with him the whole way.
Yeah, you teach these young quarterbacks when they make the decision to start coming forward, you don't want to stop and start coming back, and that's what the mistake Rio Littmer made there, and it cost him about 15 yards.
Oh, my gosh. 3rd and 29. They got to get to the 30-yard line. Littmer chased out of the pocket, goes down, lost, or no, probably back to the line of scrimmage. Now maybe a 1-yard gain, but wow.
Rio Littmer's feeling those last 2 hits for sure, and there's got to be something changed with Highlands' offense here, because their defense is keeping them in this game, but the offense needs to capitalize on one of these drives.
Yes.
Well, I think the defenses both have adjusted. You know, both first drives had quarterbacks that were making runs, and that kind of kept their drives alive, and both defensive have adjusted since then.
That's a nice
punt is away and drives him back to the 14, and there's a flag.
No, I think that's the ball, Mark.
Oh, my bad. I just saw it flying in. So, but their flags are also
they're orange.
So that's why I thought it was a flag. It's like I've never seen orange flags, but
this is going to test the toughness of Highlands defense. That was a pretty quick offensive drive, and a lot of kids with the hands on the hips on Highlands defense right now looking a little gassed. So we're going to test the toughness and perseverance here.
And Jordan Neville's checking in. Rolling out right is E-step. And let's see, he's tackled at the 30. So just like that, a little 9-yard run by E-step. And Neville's touting Derek Urin as being the guy. Guessing he trains with him.
Coach Neville's one of the best, for sure.
I said the gap between Ohio and Kentucky is closing, and I think that's a credit to Neville's and all the work he's done with these Kentucky guys.
I'll get to him in a minute. 2nd and 1, 5 minutes to go, 7-3. And handoff, first down, and more. Gets away. And they finally tackle him with a few Bluebirds at the 45-yard line, and he just did not stop.
And this is what I was talking about. Highlands defense looks tired, and Becker is fresh. So they're not bringing the boom to him, and he's kind of delivering the hits, and they're tackling up high like a tired defense would.
1st down and 10. Highlands led 3-0 early. 7-3, clock stop, and my wife's checking in. She's home watching. Your wife's here.
Yes.
Supporting the Bluebirds, and your son,
yes,
Dom, who's out there, number 18.
Yeah, he gets in there a little bit on their jumbo package. So.
And Travis, your wife has to be having probably more fun than both our wives, because she's not here and she's not watching.
I can tell you she's sitting at home ordering sushi, watching a scary movie. I can tell you that. That's her October night.
Awesome. Well, Jordan Neville says over 20 of the Elder Panthers currently train at Neville's Fitness. And Derek Urin, he said, is my guy, runs a low 4.4. He'll be a factor tonight. He said he trained 3 of Elder's guys from their team last year who are playing Division I college now, including the nephew of my fellow alum, Gino Goodulli. Neville's is blessed to reach all the way across the river. Blessed is true, but, success breeds success. Doesn't it, Coach Listerman?
Oh, yeah.
And
there's no secrets, right?
Jordan has a great formula down there at Neville's Fitness, and some of the best equipment you'll see anywhere. And what's he do? He starts a gym across the street for moms who are waiting for their kids to train at Neville's Fitness. Now he needs a sports bar for the dads.
Well, there is a little distillery right next door.
Okay. And keeping his E-step, stumbles across the 40 to the 39. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. So clock ticking, not a factor, 4:25 to go. But I think people probably expected more scoring, did not expect 3 turnovers between these two teams, which has certainly limited the scoring. But these people in Price Hill are probably not used to single-digit first halves.
Well, that GCL, I mean, the last couple years, but they've known to be a slobber knocker.
Yes. So he stepped in the shotgun, hands off to the tailback, Becker, and he's gone. Oh, man. To the house, Becker. 35-yard run. No, longer than that. And Elder now to a double-digit lead, 13-3. And did you see that little hesitation? And he just waited for that opening and was gone.
He's really patient. I said it earlier, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of him because he's been the toughest to bring down by a long shot.
Yes. Well, you get him the ball in space. Ree on the kick. Good snap, good hold. And they challenged it, and no good. Wide left. They said, remember the old Riverfront Stadium, walks will haunt?
Absolutely.
So do missed extra points.
No question.
Yeah.
It remains a touchdown and a field goal game, and Highlands has had opportunities. If their offense can go down and capitalize, like we said,
they got time.
They're still very much in this game. If they go down and score, make this a 3-point game by half, they're in a good spot.
But the problem is this Elder defense, they've given up some first downs. But as soon as they feel that end zone behind them, they bow that back, and I know Highlands has kind of shot themselves in the feet sometimes, but they're getting tougher as Highlands gets closer to that end zone.
For sure. I mean, they tackle, and that was kind of the verbiage I heard all day long. They don't miss tackles, so you have to put drives together, and you got to string plays together. And we did a little bit on the first drive, but when you have to put 4 and 5 first downs and you don't get big chunk plays, it's hard for any high school team to be able to put points on the board.
And Travis, who's the most likely out there to have the big play to move this Highlands offense in a big chunk?
I mean, that's a good question. I think Rio Littmer is the most dangerous in open field, but if you want to keep moving the chains, we've got to see some more Taden Lorenzen.
And fielded at the inside the 10, gets to the 20, 21-yard line where Highlands takes over. So a big return there certainly would have helped their cause. They're going to have to go 79 yards to pay dirt and try to get this thing back to single digits. They trail 13-3, and it certainly is also harder without the services of Gabe Williams, who's nursing a bad back or something. Not sure when that happened, but also, Jordan Nevels, want to really thank you for your email and insight to this game. Thanks for listening. And Lance Bucher checking in. He's watching 859 and probably listening to Brennan. Rio Littmer has time, and it's going to be complete at the 30-yard line. So that thing was almost scooped off the turf. You can't get much lower to the ground than that. And who caught it?
That was Garahan again.
Okay.
They had a little combo route with Taden, and he slid in behind that hole there behind the linebackers.
3:23 to go. Clock ticking. 13-3. 3 wide outs to the left. Looking left. Wide receiver screen completed the 24. Across the 30. And, oh, man. That would have been really interesting if he could have broke that tackle. I know there was one man to beat for Elder. The safety, number 7, Aiden Sullivan, was in midfield. But, man, he would have had a big gain.
Felderbrugge is dangerous when he gets in open space, and he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he'll go deliver a hit on a safety. It's fun to watch.
That's his 3rd or 4th catch today?
Yeah, he is a tenacious competitor.
Shotgun for Littmer. Sends him in motion. And dropping back, gets chased, rolls out to his left on the spin, and sticks route. Complete first down, Bluebirds. Are you kidding me? That is a Saturday catch right there for Cale Harris.
And great job by Real Littner. He felt the pressure from the backside, spun out, and then it became a scramble drill, and Cale Harris came back perfectly right at the sticks.
Those legs just went completely limp and dragged those toes, or at least one of them of the 10. So 13-3, 2:45 to go, and Highlands into Elder territory. Handoff up the middle, and this is Kramer, and that's a terrible spot. He landed almost on the 45-yard line, and they moved it back a yard.
It's been a quick whistle by that line judge over there. He's kind of been that way tonight.
2nd and 7 at the 46. 2:21 to go. Plenty of time for Highlands. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Dropping back is Rio Littmer. And scrambles, goes up the middle, slides again. Slides early. And
that's another terrible spot.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's 2 yards down.
It's when you think about sliding. It's like as soon as if you're an inch into that slide, that's where they spot you, where you give yourself up. And Travis, how surprised are you how limited we've seen Taden Lorenzo today? He could be nursing something too from last week. We don't know, but it's been their bread and butter all year, and only a few carries for Taden. Play action. Rio Littmer creates some more room, gets it complete, first down. He slips down. Oh my gosh. That's about the 3rd slip we've seen today.
Yeah, this is a new turf field. I don't know if maybe there's a little condensation with the evening being cool tonight.
I don't know.
It's but it seems to only have happened to the Bluebirds.
Right.
So they're not respecting Real Littner's arm. This is 2 plays in a row. Callahan's been wide open on this backside. The safety's not rolling over. It's something to watch because they have that deep ball open.
Lorenzen in the slot on the left. 2 wide outs past him on the left. And
oh no,
intercepted. His man got bumped off the route and into Highlands territory up the right sideline, and it's going to be a pick 6. No flags, and this Price Hill just got to their feet. Wow. Number 1 for the Elder Panthers, Mason Chumley, and he just kept looking for blockers, looking for openings, found one, went up the right sideline, and you talk about a backbreaker. Highlands driving, and a little short behind him. It looked like the wide receiver was tripping a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Littmer saw there. I think that might have been the zone coverage confusing him again because that route at no point was ever open. I'm not sure what he was looking at.
19-3. And here's Ree. The kick this time is good. 20-3. Now you're down 3 possessions, and you were 30 yards away from cutting this thing to 1 possession. And man, what a change of events here with a pick 6 and the 4th turnover of the day, 2 for each team.
And that's the when you start the drive as Highlands with 3.5 minutes to go, you just want to get to halftime, right? Worst case scenario, we're down 10. You feel good about yourself. You get yourself in a position where that ball should end with us in the half, and then a fortunate play, and now all of a sudden they're Elder's staring at a triple dip.
Lance Bucher, the palatial Bucher estate, with the Highlands helmet there. You got to love it. And Lance, it looked like Brennan was having a lot of fun until that pick 6.
There's 2 things Highlands can't do in this game. 1, get behind the chains. 2, turn the ball over. Unfortunately, they've done a fair share of
right. Dave Krause checking in. He's my guy. He's your guy, Travis. Dave Krause reserves your spot in that lower lot.
Oh, I appreciate that. He is a super nice guy.
Yes, he is. And also Mr. Bione. Is it Dave?
That's
Dave Bione. Always great to see those guys there. And keep the emails coming, 859sportsradio@gmail.com. John Muller checking back in after the shout-out. He said, you're awesome. We appreciate you. Let's go Birds. our neighbor and great friend Ryan Dunn with the fumble recovery earlier. Adam is at the Miami, Ohio, and thanks John Muller. And I will quote my good friend and used to be sidekick until he got promoted, Bert Ritchie. John Muller, one of the finest human beings
they don't get any better
ever
than
walked the planet. And the only one nicer is his wife, Terry.
For sure. John, like so many of us, outkicked our coverage on that. Right?
Yes. And Scott Blassingame checking in. Mark, great job on the broadcast. Still wondering. Let's see, I better pre-read this one. How did you ever lose? He wants to know how you ever lost 4 games that season you won state.
Well, I don't want to take all the credit, so it's not just coaching. It includes our assistant coaches. No.
The one was
Coach Blass.
The one was when you gave Covcath all that false sense of security.
Yeah, they owned us that night. We did not play very well.
So
but that team, it took us a little while to find our identity. And once we did, that was Katie bar the door.
47 seconds left. I would imagine some conservative play here for Highlands. As nice tackle on the coverage by Elder. And did you get the number of that rocket?
Number 17 for Elder, Carter Carithers.
All right.
Really, really nice job getting off that block, and he delivered a hit.
These, the Elder players not household names here in the broadcast. We have to not only look them up, we have to pronounce them in our head.
and if you're relying on me to pronounce them correctly, we're in for a long night.
Yes, Travis is not hooked on phonics. 20-3. Rio Littmer in the shotgun with Kramer to his left. 3 wideouts in a bunch on the left side. 1 to the right. Dropping back. Crossing route complete. Carahan and got about 7.5. So 2nd and 2. I was wrong. I thought it was just going to be run, and get out of here. But Rio Littmer dropping back out of the shotgun again. Goes deep and complete at the 40. Tackled at the 38. What do I know? Oh, man. What a play call for Felbrugge. And Elder is yet to find an answer for number 9.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about before. They're not respecting Rio Littmer's arm strength. So they're sitting, even in this situation, in cover 2. And they've been running these post fades, but this time he ran a little corner post and he hit him right up.
One of the prettiest balls he's thrown.
It was a rocket. It was right on the money.
Right.
I think that's a testament. Like you said, Rio played really well last week. To make the mistake, last drive he put 3 or 4 balls right on the money, made a bad decision. Credit the coaches here to really show confidence in him and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and try to put points on the board. Certainly knowing Elder's got the ball coming out of halftime kind of puts you in that situation where you feel a little bit more desperate. But kudos to the offensive line, giving them some time. Rio making some great reads and putting the ball where he needs to. So hopefully they can cash this in here.
All right.
Absolutely.
First down, Elder 38. 16 seconds left. 3 wideouts to the left. 1 to the right. Littmer dropping back. Scrambles. Goes down for the sack. The last thing they could have had happen right there if they wanted to have any hope of getting into the end zone. And they're going to stop the clock with 4 seconds left. And I would imagine Hail Mary.
And that's the skill of Derek Urin that we've talked about. He's not only fast, that low 4.4 speed, but when he got his hands on that quarterback, there was nobody getting out of that.
Exactly. So keep the emails coming, 859sportsradio@gmail.com. And going to have a quick little visit here from one of our – there he is. I was going to say, our buddy's going to come up and visit us. You know QT.
Q here is part of my legacy group at Highlands, which is our version of homeroom. So Q is a leader for me in our legacy group. He's a guy that brings a ton of energy and a whole lot of fun to our group.
Okay, well, I work with his mom, and So as part of my duties, I have to pay for her parking at Highlands game. So there's her parking pass for the Scott County game. I'm kidding. All right. You too, man. See ya.
5 deep in this prevent coverage.
And he's going to throw it up long. It's a wobbler, and it's going to need a tip. Intercepted. And they better watch out. Oh, that's a blindside block.
Yeah,
that's coming back. And he's down, but, man, he cracked back block. And, man, that thing was end over end and didn't make it into the end zone. But, yeah, that thing had pick written all over it. The 3rd turnover of the night for Highlands, 2 for Elder. Elder's cashed in. Highlands has not. 20-3.
Yeah, and when you see the ball come out like that kind of duck, I think Rio kind of tilted his shoulders a little too much, which you don't want to do. You want to keep them square, but there's a habit of when you're throwing that deep ball to tilt those shoulders, and it affects that release point.
So that's what I was doing wrong all those times I was tossing with my son. I was tilting my shoulder.
Got to keep them square.
Man, where were you? Let's see. I want to check something here.
You know, despite that last one, you kind of live with that turnover. We're good.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
The young man that got caught for the blindside block, Coach Ramsey, kind of undressed him on the sidelines over here.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think that young man's going to make that mistake again.
Gotcha.
There is high expectations for this Elder team, and if you don't live up to them, Coach lets you know.
Yes, sir. So.
All right.
Mark, can I give one more shout out? Coach Listerman, the OG, is at home tonight watching this game on the stream.
Oh, yeah?
Because the Queen had surgery. She had a little knee surgery on Thursday, so she's at home recovering, and I'm sure he's having a quiet 1 or 2 on the couch as he's watching the Birds.
Oh,
tonight.
gotcha. All right, just making sure that we're on. That's good.
I just want to remind Coach Listman I did pass his Algebra 2 class back.
That's weird.
That's a long and distinguished list.
Yeah. Yes. So I had a job in his class. Me and Coach had a good relationship, probably because I didn't play for him. So my job was to get him talking about the game plan on basketball game days, and we didn't get a whole lot of math done those days.
Well, it was just that's applied math, right?
Exactly.
Like there's angles and there's coverages and then there's point spreads and points per possessions and a lot of statistics. Guys, some of those guys in Algebra 2 struggle with fractions, so we get to talk about fractions.
100%.
You just didn't. You missed that application.
Okay.
That's what that was.
All right, we're talking about fractions. I'm out. But I thought this was like some guys with Amish beards or something.
Oh, man.
Talk about that picture, Kevin Listerman.
That is a post-state championship picture with Coach Orm and Coach Neville's back at the hotel after we clinched our state title against E-Town. That was a great night. It was a fantastic 4 days. And those guys, we don't accomplish what we accomplished without those two guys for sure.
I was at that hotel. I was at that hotel party. I didn't have as much fun as you did. But what's up, bro?
How we doing?
Good. How you doing?
Like the friendly confines?
All right. Can I give that to him?
Absolutely.
All right. So
It's a little intimate up here.
It is. We're close. Feels like a Dial commercial up here in the booth.
all right, hold on. The last thing I want to do is trip and take us off the air here. I moved from my spot, and you can't move from your spot. That messes everything up. But welcome, Andy Listerman.
How we doing?
Who's I've never seen you in non-Covcath, non-Highlands gear, but you got Elder on tonight. But,
I'm working.
I gotta say, yeah. You got to get paid.
I'm trying to keep that mob down there under control.
You got to get paid. Hey, we got to get this because all right. Andy Listerman was my color analyst for Game 2 of your state run, Game 3 of your state run, and then was a confirmation sponsor.
In spirit.
For who?
For Ray Arnold. Ray's son played here.
Okay.
He's a freshman up at University of Toledo.
Okay.
And
for some reason, I thought it was for a relative. I thought it was. I didn't know it was for just.
Ray was, asked me to be his sponsor. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. But
yeah.
I thought you were. What's your duties here?
So now I'm the school counselor and college coordinator. So I arrange all the college visits and we do a FAFSA night and we do college fairs and that stuff. So.
I would imagine just being the college prep person is a full-time job here at
pretty much
successful school like Elder.
Yeah, pretty much. We have about 75 schools come in September through November, wanting to meet with our kids and talk about their schools and admission process and scholarships. So I coordinate all that.
Awesome.
So,
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I got about 220 kids through freshmen through seniors in my caseload. So
yes.
When I'm not meeting with the college people, I'm meeting with our kids. So.
All right. So they say blood's thicker than water and all that stuff. You went to Covington Catholic, but your brother coaches at Highlands. When CovCath played Highlands last week, what were you thinking? What was in your?
I was go Birds. I was
with Big Dom on the sideline. Is he going to end up being like the biggest Listerman to ever walk? I brought this up on the air. You said you had it. Yeah, it said there was an uncle that.
Yeah, Todd was a pretty big boy when he was at Highlands. So
okay,
he's probably not as big as Todd.
No, Todd was an offensive and defensive lineman. So he probably is about probably playing weight 15, 20 pounds, a little lighter Dom is, but definitely one of the biggest.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Dom's a little more mobile, hostile, and agile than Todd is. So
now is Dom as happy at home as he is whenever I'm around him?
He's a kid that's constantly wearing a smile on his face.
Right.
So.
But he plays defense, right?
Oh yeah, he gets after it.
See, that surprises me because defensive guys never look happy. They look like they want to kill somebody. but he's
don't let that smile fool you. I mean, he's like an assassin. He's like
Well, my son played for the Dixie Raiders as an 8th grader, and he's a quarterback and a linebacker. And the coach called him over. Weary, get over here. He's playing linebacker. Weary, get over here. He said, "Will you quit listening to that little voice?" He said, "What little voice, coach?" He said, "Everybody has a little voice in the back of their head that says, 'Run and save yourself.'" He said, "If you don't quit listening to that little voice, you'll never tackle anybody." So then he just played quarterback.
Just played quarterback.
Yes. But man, what a team you guys got. Number 1 in Ohio. And when was the last time? I've lost track. That Elder won state. I know they won back to back.
They won in what 02, 03?
Yeah,
I think so, or 03, 04. So it's been a while.
Right.
And they've been to a couple state finals.
Okay.
The last one was in 19. We went up and played Pick Central.
Okay.
Out of Columbus. And
now there was a friend of mine who worked out in the gym where I worked out down Scripps Center downtown, and his last name was. The guy's name was Tim Lysick, and Lysick was a fullback. And in the first state championship, the snow game, when it was like up there
in Canton,
and he got a concussion, and he does not. The first thing he remembers from that day was the tour, I think the Hall of Fame that they went to see.
Yeah,
that was the first thing. So he said, "Well, I guess you got to win another one because they won." And he don't remember it.
He don't remember the game.
He played half the game. He don't remember it. So then the next year he was a senior and they won again. Yes.
Good.
But the band is impressive. Everything about this place is jaw dropping to me. The stadium, even the way the students run in.
Yeah. So the running of the bulls before the game, our ADs instituted that a few years ago, and the kids really have embraced that, and they do a pretty good job with it. We got to remind a few of them every now and then, get a little squirrely.
Okay.
With stuff, but this is one of the premier high school venues in the country, and we got it. And hopefully everybody that is watching or that's here tonight from Fort Thomas is embraces it and is enjoying it. I know I got some in-laws in here and stuff tonight that are enjoying it, and they're just like, we just want to come over and watch good high school football.
Right.
And I think week in and week out.
What was the atmosphere like last week?
That was, it's hard to put into words. The biggest student section I have ever seen. We've had a monitor, that they announced the crowd at 10,169. There was more than that in here.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite as big as the 09 Coleraine game when they played Coleraine on ESPN. That one you were sitting sideways. There was probably 11 or 12 in here.
Okay, so when you're out there monitoring, and have you done that where you're in charge of the student section?
I am not in charge. I help our students get loaded in.
Okay.
Once they're in, they're kind of not mine.
Okay, you hand them off.
I'm one of those handlers at the Kentucky Derby. I get them to the gate,
okay,
and then they're off. You know what I mean?
Well,
Andy's kind of the jockey at that point.
But when you're doing that, is it affirmation of why you didn't go into law enforcement? Like,
well, law enforcement, I get paid a little better, I think.
But because that's a lot of boys and a lot of testosterone.
It is, and that's why I said they get a little squirrely.
Right. Squirrel. That's a good word.
But for the most part, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Last week was good because the game was close all week, or all game, and the kids were really into it. The week before, we had our hands full when we were over at St. X.
Oh yeah.
There's not a lot of love lost between Elder and St. X.
Right.
And we were packed in there in the student section.
Yes.
Over there, and again, it was.
Now,
it was tight.
It's Jersey night. I didn't see any Andy Listerman NKU jerseys out there.
There's only one. It's in my closet, and I tried to get my daughter because even the girls from Seton will get into it. And I said,
she wouldn't wear it.
I said, Cam, what's the theme tonight? And she said, it's Jersey night. And I said, I got an NKU jersey.
Yep. Now,
begging to be worn. I said, I can't wear it no more.
Now, what was your daughter that played basketball?
Kelsey.
What's she doing?
So Kelsey's a fifth-year senior at NKU. She's got this semester and one more, and she'll have her degree in accounting.
Okay.
And Ethan's a junior over at UC studying data analytics and finance and marketing.
Yeah.
And then the youngest is a freshman. She plays soccer over next door at Seton. So.
Awesome. I was almost a fifth-year senior at Holy Cross High School.
Did you redshirt one year?
Yeah, he got redshirt.
Yeah.
He was going to be a gray shirt.
My parents saw that I was only 5 feet as a freshman, and they said, let's hold him back because he's going to have that growth spurt. And it did happen my sophomore year, and I got up to 5'6". But I switched my freshman year. We had 20 guys, and I was like 7th guy. And Bill Fry came in at the end of the season, and most inspirational talk I ever heard. He said, if you didn't play a lot this year, don't waste my time next year. So it was, and I knew it was my decision. It was my time to play tennis. So that drove me to the tennis court. The net was lower.
You saw the light. Yeah.
Yes. It's the net was a lot lower, and I did a lot better. But yeah, these games and this weather. Man, have we been blessed with Friday night weather?
Friday nights this year have been spectacular.
Right. Usually the most important
So
guy.
let me ask you, what do you think of being at the pit? This is your first time?
I called as soon as I saw the game on the schedule in August. I have Mick Abner even is friends with Kevin. Pronounce his last name for me.
Espelage.
Espelage.
Yeah, already.
And I said, we got to get in. And they said, yeah, you guys can come broadcast. And then I found out that Brandon Bucher was showing up, and I thought, we just got bumped. But as you can see, they can fit 4 guys in 2 spots.
Well,
no,
we'll squeeze you in. That's for sure.
You need a bigger parking lot.
It's got some things in the works. They're doing a capital campaign starting later this year.
Okay.
And we bought some properties, so they're going to put in a new chapel, theater, classrooms, press box.
Okay.
Multi-tiered press box.
I just said that. I said this. This is great. But I said this this atmosphere, this school, this team, this this press box could be a lot bigger because of the attention that you guys get.
It's just like Elder. They don't do anything until we got the money to pay for it. They're very fiscally responsible. It's like the stadium. When the stadium was first built in the 1930s, it was started by students and faculty. They did the fundraising. They hand dug section by section and poured the concrete section by section until they had it financed. And when World War II broke out, they had to stop construction until the end of the war.
Okay.
And once the war was over, they finished construction.
Now, Seaton's they're probably building buildings over there just based on the selling parking for these games.
Don't get me started on that one.
Now, we're big Notre Dame fans here. Kevin, Travis, my guy here, his dad, we're big Notre Dame fans. My daughter went there. So, do you know why Notre Dame plays Navy every year?
Just history.
Well, in World War II, all the men were at war, and they were this close to closing Notre Dame University because they didn't have the students. Navy, they worked out a deal with the Navy, a Naval Academy, to come in, and Notre Dame University became a Naval Academy.
Yes, they did. I do remember reading that.
And that's why Navy wears blue and gold uniforms that look like Notre Dame's, because they wore Notre Dame's uniforms when they played football, when they used Notre Dame's uniforms. So as a thank you to the Navy, they said, we will play you and kick your ass every year.
We'll write that check for
you. No, except for when Vince Murray from Ryle came and ran for 200 yards against them and thumped them up there in South Bend.
Well, Roger Staubach. I mean, Navy had their years.
Yep. Napoleon McCallum.
Yeah.
David Robinson. Oh, he's a football.
Yeah, he's a basketball guy. So, Andy, what I heard was you're looking for donations from those Elder grads in the 859. You want to tell them where they can donate? The capital campaign's coming.
ElderHS.org. Hashtag donate.
Just next time you see Kevin Listerman, just slipping an envelope, and he'll make sure you get it.
Yeah.
We're not going to use a hashtag. We'll use a $ in front of that. $ donate.
Yep. So
our alumni is phenomenal in terms of their giving. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're
all right. We got wonderful. Some stats to go over. Awesome. All right.
Well, thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks for stopping. All right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's a good second half.
And when he makes it to another state finals, you're next to me you're next to me in the finals.
Oh, awesome! I hope maybe it'll be this year. Maybe we'll get.
People go back and listen to those games every month. Someone's listening.
Well, we got some assistant coaches that do a lot of driving for their businesses. So if it's a road trip over 2 hours, I know that they're clicking on those links.
That's awesome.
And we've had a couple. So I have a question here before we get to the stats.
Okay.
From Coach L. He says he wants to know if you felt like Michael Jordan when you were slamming the tennis ball over the net down there at Holy Cross.
Well,
you have an iconic logo of that?
I was probably using my sister's tennis racket, so I probably felt more like Caitlin Clark.
There you go.
All right.
But that's funny. But then we started soccer my senior year. So when I graduated, I was the all-time soccer scoring leader in the school's history.
Wow.
Yeah. Eight goals. And
that is impressive.
I was surpassed the first game the next year, but all summer I was eating free at the Green Lantern.
Boy, that's some good eating.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Andy.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on.
Go down there and
we'll get back to work.
Maintain order. I don't want to see, I want to see chaos down there. Like that pick six. That was chaos.
That was pretty chaotic.
That changed everything.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we'll see you.
See you, Andy. Thank you. There you go. Travis, what do you got for us? Oh, man, computerized stats and everything.
We got stats, but first, while I was off the headset, I got to give a shout-out to the Elder Dads Club who have laid out a spread for us of Italian food. I was back here munching.
Oh, man. Dads Club. And, they get restaurants to sponsor the halftime.
It's incredible over here, and they've been so welcoming, and told me to continue to eat, and I took their word for it, and I did. So,
all right.
As we look at the stats here, so what really stands out to me is obviously the rushing numbers from Elder. So Tommy Becker, 5 carries, 72 yards, and 2 touchdowns with a long of 38 yards, averaging 14.4 yards a carry in that first half. And then Caden Estep with actually more yards, 8 carries, 80 yards, no touchdowns. His long is also 38 yards. He's averaging 8.4 yards a carry. So really that's what stands out on the page. That's what Highlands got to be able to stop is Elder's running the ball on them, and they haven't had success throwing. So if they can stack the box a little bit and get them in those 3rd and long situations, they have an opportunity to get back in this game.
And who's putting up the numbers for the Bluebirds? Because they have moved the ball.
Yeah, Colt Kramer's leading all the rushers for the Bluebirds. 6 carries, 26 yards, no touchdowns. His long is 8. And then John Felderbrugge leading all receivers, 6 receptions, 68 yards with a long of 34.
And to me, the stat that jumps off the page is Lorenzen, 3 carries.
3 carries, 2 yards.
Right.
And that's it's tough to hold him 2 yards off 1 carry. So really, really impressive job. I would imagine Elder came in prepared for him.
On the year, Taden Lorenzen, 87 carries, 328 yards. That's 50, almost 50 a game, 12 touchdowns, and 3 carries. And like I said, I don't know what the game plan is, but it had. I just can't help but wonder if he's got something ailing him. I don't know.
And I know on that game-winning touchdown last week, he got rocked, and instead of celebrating right away, he kind of took a step back, took his helmet off. He got his bell rung, if you will.
Crawled on the turf, but
maybe there's a little bit of a hangover.
I heard that was the
wind.
I heard it was the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah,
could have been.
So not to speculate on any injury, but he could be feeling the effects from that for sure.
Right, but yeah, 3 carries, 2 yards, and that just dooms Highlands too. I mean, that's a disastrous number for a guy that's basically carried you.
I think Highlands has proved physically they belong in this game. They just have not capitalized. What Elder's done differently is not gotten behind those chains and not turned the ball over, especially down in the red zone. So Highlands isn't out of this. Obviously, there's a hill to climb with the way Elder plays defense, but they belong in this game physically. But you've got to get Taden Lorenzen going. He is the guy that's the great equalizer against whoever you play.
I mean, Elder only had the ball for 7 minutes and 47 seconds. Now, 7 of those points is a pick 6, which is not, what is it, 10 to 15 seconds of time of possession for that touchdown. But E-Step on the keepers, 80 yards on 8 carries, and 150 between the two of them, him and Tommy Becker. But 3rd down conversions, Elder 0 for 2, 4th down 0 for 1, and they've only had 3 3rd down attempts, which means they're getting chunks on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, that's where most of their yards have come from, and it's Becker and E-Step on those design draws are getting them out in space. So if Highlands can tighten down on that, and then the other part of this is Highlands has to spread the ball and throw it deep, take a shot every now and then, because Elder's not respecting that deep game. And if they can spread out that defensive backfield, they can get Taden Lorenzen moving a little bit in the backfield.
Well, I think the other part that they've done really well is when Taden's out and routes, they're doubling him and they're being really physical with him, and so it makes it awfully difficult to get him the ball. And they, like I said, they've done a great job of tackling.
Absolutely.
Taden's usually able to squirt through that first guy, Colton and Rio, and they've done a great job of being whoever's the first guy is the guy that brings them down. So, for the Birds, first thing's going to start with getting a stop here. I think mentally that will be the biggest hurdle, right? You go down another touchdown, you're looking at the scoreboard going, I don't know if there's enough possessions back.
Okay, Dave Hartman checking in, one of my basketball
Dave.
partners, and solid broadcast, enjoying the banter. Is this game more physical than the game you played back in the next door in the gym in 1995?
In 1995, we came over and played in the pit. Yeah, they actually it is a little bit more physical, but I think they've thrown more flags than there were fouls called that night. So, yeah, when you come over here on this side of the river, it's a little different physicality. And, I think for the most part our kids have responded. And, you just got to see what you can do and kind of dig your feet in and make a stand here.
As Highlands kickoff team takes the field, Elder in their huddle, ready to break the kickoff return, said, I believe coaching is the smallest aspect of winning a game. I think the kids win a game, but there had to be a good halftime speech here by the Highlands coaches because you do not want to come out flat.
Oh, no, you definitely have to, you're going to talk about testing your character and your intestinal fortitude here. And, these kids have fought all year long, so I expect them to continue to do that. And hopefully we can make a couple plays and get back in terms of the scoreboard. But I know Coach Spire and those guys do a great job, and they'll be ready to play here the second half.
Here we go, Elder. First possession. Kick to the 5 by Kai Anderson. Head up the left hash. Nice tackle. Held him to the 20. A 15-yard gain.
Jimmy Cox on that tackle.
One heck of a tackle, too.
So keep the emails coming, 859sportsradio@gmail.com. As, let's see. We'll get to that in a minute.
Well, I anticipate a heavy dose of Mr. Becker here. I still don't think they've really unleashed him.
Right.
In this second half, I would imagine they're going to try to tear him down.
They're putting him in a slot, empty for E-Step. 20-3, our score. E-Step is going to roll out to his right. He's going to cut it back up the middle. Puts the head down, puts another gear, and he's up the left side to the 50. And out of bounds, elects not to take the hit wisely as he busts off about a 35, 40-yard run.
And that's why you go empty. You're creating a numbers game, and you believe that E-Step is going to be better one-on-one than the linebackers from Highlands. So that's exactly what they're doing, is spreading them out and forcing that one-on-one matchup with an inside linebacker.
11:45 go first play. They're already in Highlands territory at the 41-yard line. E-Step in the shotgun. And hands off. And only a yard.
Great closeout there by Ryan Dunn out of the Highlands linebacker corps.
Put a circle around that one, holding Becker to 1 yard to the 40. And who is number 64 for the Bluebirds? Griffin Banky is that's a tall D lineman, defensive end.
Impressive.
63-64. Those two guys, like I said, they wreak havoc, which is why I think we've seen E-Step running a lot more than dropping back to throw it.
And that's right where Becker ran last time. Trying to get around the corner for the sack, couldn't get to him. Complete first down all the way to the Highlands 25-yard line. 1st and 10 in 3 plays. 65 yards.
And that's the first time we've really seen
55 yards.
Drop back, sit in the pocket, and deliver a strike like that. He hasn't had that all night. So the Highlands pass rush can't take a plays off because they can't afford to let him sit in the pocket and throw.
He was 4 of 7 with a pick in the first half. 20-3, 10:38 to go, third quarter. E-Step in the shotgun, Becker behind him, 2 wideouts to the left. They got a tight end over here on the right side. They're going to run right up the middle with Becker. And keeps them feet moving. Gets to the 17-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Touchdown saving tackle there by Carnahan. Coming up and filling that hole. But, man, he's a step away from taking that to the house. And that's a tough touchdown to give up.
You know how I like to compare high school players to professionals. He reminds me of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, that's a really good comparison. He's patient.
At this level, he reminds me of McCaffrey at that level.
His acceleration once he finds that hole is really impressive.
2nd down and 2 at the 17-yard line. E-Step in the shotgun. And they run over left side where they had that power package in there to block. And he gets to the 10, 1st down.
Elder's kind of wanting to control the clock, looks like, more than they did in that first half. They're slowing it down, and they're running the ball up the middle and just going to chew clock and try to wear this Highlands defense down.
Yes. Well, the Highlands defense was only on the field for 7.5 minutes in the first half. 9-12, clock ticking third. E-step in the shotgun, same formation with Becker behind him. They move over to Power to the left side. He goes up the middle, spins to the 5. 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
There's no misdirection happening here. They're, in fact, they adjust the tackle to the side that they're running. So the tackle and the guard take a step out. That up back sits in that hole, and they're running right behind it. Just classic ISO power, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And
they slide that extra blocker. Yeah. It's like the wing back over there, and they just, like, they could tell, the Highlands could be in the huddle. I'm not sure they're stopping this.
And they basically are.
2nd and 5. Empty formation this time. 2 wideouts to the right. And he looks right, but he keeps it. Falls down to the 3. Got 2. 3rd down and goal from the 3.
Essentially the same concept there. This time they took Becker off the field, put in another tight end, just add an extra blocker. And with the way these two run the ball, E-Step's as good as a running back there. So they're just adding blockers and going to force their way down in this end zone.
4 down territory?
Yeah, I would say so.
A rare 3rd down here for the Elder Panthers, as they only had 2 3rd down attempts in the first half. This is 3rd down and 3. And they stopped him. He spun to the 1. I thought he was going to keep spinning until he got in. He's like, hey, where's my tush pushers?
Well, Ryan Dunn filled a hole right there, and then the Bankies and Isaac Neiman cleaned it up. This is a huge play if you're Highlands. If you can just find a way to keep this thing out of the end zone, I mean, it is a huge challenge.
They'll probably sell out the run and do a little naked boot or throw to the pop pass to the tight end, or give it to Becker. 26-3, Elder. I think they that first half they had certainly Highlands had gained a lot of respect the way they were playing. It was a 7-3 game, then it was a 13-3 game, and they were driving, and all of a sudden that pick 6, and ever since then, this whole game has changed, and the whole swag that Highlands had going on out there moving the football has also gone away.
It's just the little things. When you watch that drive and you see Elder's blockers finishing the block 5-6 yards downfield and burying guys, again, Highlands isn't outmatched. Right now they feel pretty defeated, so they've got to turn it around pretty quickly.
Right. We'll see if they get Taden Lorenzen more involved than they did in the first half with 3 carries for 2 yards. But email here from Michael Laycamp. Hi, Mark and crew. Great broadcast. Great job also last week during the Cubcath game, Mike and Coach Ken Laycamp. And love it. On the golf course. Where is that? Is that
beautiful
Pebble Beach?
There.
What is that?
Incredible.
Beautiful home. Is that what you said?
Beautiful hole.
Oh.
That's way too much. That's way too much water for my.
That's
golf.
not Highland. Yeah. That's not Highland Country Club.
No, that's way too flat.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Brad Ginter checking in. Nolan Ginter and Brad Ginter are watching. Great broadcast. Go Birds. Hey guys, great job as always. Longtime listener. Rio needs to trust his receivers. Well, I think his Elder defense has had a lot to say about that.
Nice physical return there by Peyton Klosterman.
He's asking about Lorenzen at quarterback.
They have a package for it,
right.
But I don't think it's dictated that. For all honesty, Rio made one bad choice. And unfortunately, it's one of those that turned into 6 points.
Right.
When you look at the balls that Rio's thrown, everyone but that one has been on the money. Even the response right before halftime. I mean, they took the ball from the 20, got it inside the 35. You had opportunity to score in the last minute.
Yep.
It didn't materialize. So Highlands has done some good things. They haven't been able to finish the drive.
1st and 10 at the 26. Rio Littmer dropping back. And just right there, I mean, there's nobody open. He's flushed and has to throw it away. And that just goes to show you the coverage that's going on out there. There's not a whole lot of guys open that Rio has options for. Travis, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, again, they're selling out on the run right there. I thought Rio got out of the pocket a little too quickly, but they're just not much there. They disguise coverage really, really well.
2nd down and 10. 6:46 to go. Clock stop here in the 3rd. Littmer hands off this time to Kramer up the right side into Elder territory, knocked out of bounds. So when they've needed big runs, Mr. Kramer has given it to him for sure. A lot more early on, but he's got some fresh legs out there.
Yeah, great run and good hustle there by Urin. There's that 4.4 speed he was talking about. Great chase down.
6:39 to go. 1st and 10 at the Elder 45-yard line. Hand off this time to Duncan. Not as big a hole there for Duncan. He only got a yard. And I want to get this big shout out from Tim Locklear. Tell John and Terry Muller, along with our good friend Amanda Mount, hello from Kansas. Go Birds. I'm sure that means a lot to them. 2nd down and 9 after a 1-yard gain by Duncan. Is this Duncan State out there, or is this
Kramer's back in?
Okay. And play action to Kramer, and he's going up the left sideline on a comeback route, and no flag on the play as the Highlands Bluebird just kind of didn't turn around and fell down. And I think if he had turned around and looked, he could have had a play on that ball, but it dropped at his feet.
Yeah, that was one I actually thought, and the Highlands receiver lost his footing as he tried to come back to that. I think if he was stayed on his feet, they actually probably would have got the holding call because that Elder defender had his shoulder pad.
Okay. That was Garahan. Garahan stays out here on the left side. 3rd and 9. Rio Littmer trying to get away, and he gets the pass complete to Kramer, and 4th down and short. So is this Taden Lorenz in time?
This is probably where you look at it. When people have
4th
to realize,
down and 2.
When you go Taden Lorenz in, it really puts your offense in one-dimensional, not because he doesn't have the ability to throw, but he doesn't get the reps that Rio Littmer does at quarterback. And these are kids. You have to give them reps reading defenses.
And
they're going big, but it's not Taden at quarterback.
Right.
They brought in
Cale Harris, or who is this?
I think that's Duncan.
Well, Littmer's out there.
Yeah, timeout.
All right.
No, it was Kramer.
Yeah, that was Littmer and Kramer to his right. So,
the thing with Taden there in the backfield, Taden is not shifty, so he's not going to make anybody miss in the hole.
Right.
Kramer gives you that little shake in the hole. You got a big blocker with Taden there, so it'll be interesting to see what Coach Spire comes out with here out of the huddle.
I think when they have been doing that direct snap to Taden, Elder knows it. They stack that side, and they've just, I don't know if it's bigger guys, but if you then get Taden blocking for Kramer, who's had some success today running the football, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But this isn't Northern Kentucky.
No,
and not to knock Northern Kentucky, but I mean, you call it for what it is. There's how many more schools in the state of Ohio, and this is the best. This is the best one.
Yes.
Any scores, Travis?
I have not looked up, but I can do some research here.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised here to see kind of a pull and pop, right? So a quick play action and get a crossing route right at the sticks.
So Lorenzen set up on this right side. I think they're going to run right over him. And they play action and complete. Is that Harris? Cale
Harris.
What hands, because that was a little bit behind him.
Yeah, great job at catching the ball away from his body, and he had the strong hands to hang on to that with the defender all over his back.
First down and 10 at the 33-yard line of Elder. And this is where Elder gets stronger every time Highlands has had the ball deep. Elder makes a big play, and Highlands has also had some penalties to push themselves back. So play action. And tipped up in the air, almost picked. He threw it behind Lorenzen and high, Lorenzen has the first down. On a slant, you need that thing right in your belly, right, Travis?
You want it right on that chest. Yeah, or really out in front if you're going to miss.
Right.
You don't want to miss behind. But that one got tipped by 25 there at the line, the tall 6'2 defensive end, Brody Turner.
Oh, it was tipped before it got to.
It was tipped, yep.
Oh, okay. All right, so 2nd and 10. Lorenzen over here in the slot on the left. And setting up the screen, complete, and great job to perfection. Elder playing that one. And I can't see a number on him.
25.
Okay, the front of his jersey does not, I don't know, I couldn't even tell they were numbers. And who is that?
It's like Brody Turner again.
Okay.
Someone who tipped that pass, and he just split two Highlands blockers there.
3rd and 11. Unbelievable. Ball's at the 34-yard line of Elder. 27-3 Panthers. And he pump fakes. He's going to keep it and gets a bunch. Makes it 4th and manageable here. 4th and a long 2, maybe 3. So if they threw it on 4th and 3 last time, there's a good chance they throw on 4th and 3 this time.
Good composure by Rhea Lippner there, knowing where he's at on the field, realizing you can live to see another down. This is 4-down territory. You don't have to get it all back, and he did the right thing by picking up those 7 yards.
3:39 to go, clock ticking. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Lippner in the shotgun, 4th and 3. Sends a man in motion, puts 2 on the right, and oh my goodness, some kind of illegal motion or false start on Highlands. And like I said, every time they get deep, Elder makes a big play or Highlands shoots themselves in the foot, and they are running out of toes at this point.
That's really been the big separators. Elder has been in these big games to them. I don't know if they consider this a big game, right? And they're much more battle-tested coming out of the GCL.
So 4th down and 8. A lot fewer options here against this Elder defense at 4th and 8 than there are at 4th and 3. Empty formation, Lippner. And right at the sticks, complete, 1st down. There's your sticks route there, Travis Connor.
Yeah, and great job by Cale Harris knowing exactly where the sticks are. That's not easy. That's great field awareness, and Rhea Lippner put that one on a rope.
The 2nd 1st down catch on this drive by Cale Harris. 27-3. Is he related to Ollie?
That's Oliver's younger brother, yeah.
Awesome. How's Ollie doing?
He's doing a fantastic job up there at West Point.
And there's another slant, complete! Gets to the 4. Highlands' best chance of scoring, and this could not have come at a bigger moment in this game than to try to move the ball against this Elder defense and give yourself a chance.
And this is where we'll see Taden Lorenzen in at quarterback. It's a shortened field. Now the passing threat isn't there, so let him run, let him break these tackles.
They could do this 4 times if they had to. And another penalty pre-snap on Highlands. Wow, that might change the 1st down call.
Yep.
And they're going to bring Rhea Lippner back in.
I don't see him coming back
out
yet.
I see 2 wide receivers.
They're
making a lot of changes, but and if they score here, Travis, they have to go for 2, right? They're down 24. 3 scores with all 2-point conversions.
You want to take them early.
So Lorenzen's going to stay out there at quarterback. And he's going to follow his blockers. And he cuts it back. And he's in! Taden Lorenzen, first score of the night. Highlands finally get in the end zone, 27-9.
What an answer by Highlands. Now, I'm sure the entire Highlands sideline is very aware of is there's 2 minutes left to go in that third quarter.
Now, Kai Anderson ran out there. He didn't get the memo.
Yeah. They need to, when Elder gets the ball back, they've got to speed them up a little bit, get them to spread the ball around and force a turnover.
So Lorenzen.
He's at fullback.
The fullback with Rio Littmer under center. And they fumble the snap. They pitch it. And
that's a hold.
I was going to say something went wrong there. Everything about that play was wrong.
Well, the encouraging part about that drive was there were so many guys that got involved. Kaylor Harris has three huge catches, Colton Kramer. So what Highlands is able to show is that they're not a one-dimensional, one-guy offense. And then when they get into position where you can utilize Tatum in a short yardage, in some ways that penalty kind of helped us out because we went to a spread formation and fewer guys in the box.
And against one of the best defenses in the state. So Bert Ritchie checking in, said great broadcast, wants to know how many people we think are here. If they had 10,000 last week, I'd say there's probably 7 to 8 here tonight. The end zone. Swing that thing around to the end zone. And so that end zone and then the visitor,
the Fort Thomas contingency is really solid.
Yes. But probably making up the difference was Moeller's contingency was probably a lot bigger than that.
And there's a lot of people standing around, so it's just a tremendous venue to be able to watch a high school game.
And Andy said there were 10,100 here last week, but he said more than that. They were more than over capacity with people standing. So
there's a couple elder guys on that Cincinnati Fire Department, so that number might have gotten moved a decimal point or something over there, so we can fit a few more in.
Yes.
That way they have to ask for a few less dollars in that capital campaign.
Kai Anderson kicks it to the 11. Elder up the got rocked but bounced off of it. And can't get away this time. And let him go. Who was that?
That was Dom.
All right. Big Dom. Well, I hope you zoomed in on that.
I did not. That's all right. Okay. He'll have more of those.
All right. Good for him.
He's taking a lot of pride in that. I think he smiled when he hit that guy.
Absolutely. Smiled when he didn't go wide around him and bust up that right sideline.
He had every opportunity to have a late hit there. He showed some composure as well.
Hey,
he gets that from his mother.
That's right. When we get a break, Mark, I've got a few scores for you.
All right, awesome. You can say them anytime you want.
I think we're going to see a lot of elder ground game here.
Yes. He step in the shotgun, hands off, kicks it back and gets tackled. 1 yard gain at the most. So 2nd and 9. 1:45 to go here in the third. Highlands finally gets into the end zone and after a few chances in the first half, and none bigger than that pick six where they were driving late in the first half and completely flipped this game on its ear.
So in Indiana powerhouse Cathedral visiting Covcat today. Covcat 17-0 in the fourth quarter.
Whoa! Cathedral, number 1 in 5A in Indiana, but they have a loss to Cincinnati St. X on their schedule. And direct snap, E-Step's just going to keep it and get a couple. Big third down here. And Elder hasn't had many chances on third down, so maybe Highlands can steal one here. They trail by 18.
Would love to get a stop here because I can tell you they didn't expect to get the ball back in the third quarter. And technically, if it is a run play, they'll get the fourth down going into the fourth quarter. But if this is a pass for incomplete, they're going to get the ball back.
Holy Cross at risk of losing their first of the year. Trail Brossart 3-0 in the third. Go Dave Schabel on Brossart Radio.
That's a shocking score.
E-step in the empty. And quick out, complete on the slant. Let's see, he's to the 40, to the 30, 3 men to beat, to the 10, 5, down inside the 5. And it's like Elder's just kind of like that cat and mouse. They just kind of mess with you. knock you around a little bit, and then boom, pounce.
Yeah, they have set up this power run game, and they were determined to do it and make it work, and they just pulled it on that one and found an easy slant.
Man, that's one of the prettiest slants I've seen all year. Because you talk about hitting a guy in stride, full stride, with nobody behind him.
Well, they did a great job. They had 2 guys in that route, and the top guy went out, and our safety slid over and left the middle of the field, and, E-Step put the ball right on him. Great play.
So Newcath up 12-0 over Newport.
Riles handling Campbell County fairly easily. 26-0 at half was the last.
Expected, and I don't know if Riles any healthier, but they certainly have not been the last few weeks. Is Bo Gay back yet? Do you know, Trav?
I don't know.
So keep the emails coming, 859sportsradio@gmail.com. Appreciate Dave Hartman checking in with some scores and helping us out. Dave Hartman, congratulations, Grandpa Hartman. How about that?
All right.
First time, Dave Hartman, and he looked like a natural holding that little one.
I'm sure that child will be well-versed in Northern Kentucky sports history.
Yeah, and vocabulary.
And vocabulary. He does have a voluminous vocabulary.
He does. I think he used a 7-syllable word on one of our broadcasts.
Is that even legal?
I didn't even know there were any. So, starting the 4th, flip the field. Them linemen hate when the quarter ends on the 5-yard line. Oh, we got some third quarter stats. Awesome. And Becker gets upended inside the 5 at the 3. So gained a yard or 2. First downs, Highlands 14, Elder 12. There's a win. Total yards, 329 for Elder, 260 for Highlands. E-Step with 124 yards rushing, and Becker 97.
They're a dangerous 1-2 combo.
Wow. Empty. E-Step's going to keep it, cuts it back, gets stood up, goes down at the 2. Another 1-yard gain. Third down.
You got to give the Highlands defense a little bit of credit.
Yeah.
The first drive of the second half, they forced them to 4th and goal. We're 3rd and goal. Again, this score isn't really indicative of the competitiveness of this game. I mean, Elder is certainly, they've been the king, but Highlands has showed an awful lot of character here tonight.
They're getting them in big chunks.
Yeah, the chunk plays have definitely hurt the Birds, and a lot of it's been E-Step on the cutback. They had the long pass play on this drive.
Here we go. Third down and goal at the 2. And handoff to Becker, and he's in for the score. 33-9. So Elder answers on the big passing play. And just like that, negate the Highlands touchdown and any hopes of coming back in this one.
Kevin, you've coached high school sports for a while. At what point do you get in this game and say, hey, it's a cross the river, non-conference game, doesn't mean anything for Kentucky seeding? When do we start resting the Tate and Lorenzens of the world and make sure they come healthy next week?
Kick is up. The kick is good.
No good. Right.
Wow. I thought that thing came just inside that upright, but it must have went right over it. So 2 missed extra points for Elder, his and it's 33-9, a score that I'm not sure I have ever seen.
You bring up an interesting point. Looking at the Highlands schedule, they've got 2 regular season games left. Obviously, Mason County next week. That win is important. They're not the juggernaut that Elder is. But I think what you saw even on the last drive, really getting those other guys opportunities in the offense and diversifying your offense. So I don't know that we'll see them rest. I would say probably one more drive.
Sure.
See if you can't get an answer. But I don't think Tatum's going to be featured in that drive itself.
Right.
I think we'll see Cale Harris. We'll see Colton Kramer. We'll see John Felderbrugge. Trying to get those guys so that as teams start to look at film preparing for the playoffs, they got to say, well, they did this against an Elder team that's very, very good. And so it puts a little bit of doubt, I think, in other teams' minds as they start to prepare for that.
Right. Hey, if we weren't being given access to the press box tonight here, we were going to do the battle for the paddle. Bellevue 6, Dayton 0 in the fourth quarter. That's at Dayton's new beautiful field on campus.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, here's the kick, and into the end zone. So Simon Kenton 15, Great Crossing 14 at half. And I've been told that Bo Gay is back and practicing, so
that's a big
good
addition
for them.
And
because that's the team with Dylan Lee. That's the team that beat Cubcath at Cubcath.
Yeah,
and that's the last time they played together, I think, was that game.
They came in as one of the favorites in 6A.
Yeah.
And a healthy Ryle team. That senior class is stacked. And they've just had some bad luck with injury. If they can get back healthy, they're going to make a run in the playoffs.
So Highlands wants to keep the momentum here on offense and move the football. And Rhea Littmer's going to keep it right up the middle. Found a hole. Got it first across the 30 to the 32. So got 12 yards on first down. And that's what you were alluding to earlier, Travis, that Rio Littmer's feet, one of the biggest weapons on this Highlands team. And we got an injury on the field. And through 3 quarters, Rio Littmer had only 7 carries for 20 yards. His longest was only 8 yards. So that surpassed that one, that 12-yard gain. Andy Eckerly checking in. Man, there's a name from the past. Andy listening. Sounds great, Mark. Go Highlands Bowling Birds.
He's an all-state coach at bowling.
Is he really?
He is a phenomenal bowler. Last year, our girls team kind of came out of nowhere, and I credit him. He's all kinds. I told him it's all coaching at that level, and they finished and won the region and actually won a couple matches down at state, I believe. So he's got for the first time ever, we have to have bowling tryouts at Hyatt.
Wow.
He's
awesome.
built a program there.
That's great. As it's 1st and 10, Highlands at the 32-yard line. Littmer dropping back, goes to the left side, and complete to Cale Harris, who's having himself a day.
Cale Harris has been impressive. He's a big physical kid, but he's got the ball skills to go up and compete with any defensive back.
He's running great routes.
He really is.
Rio Littmer's throwing it to him on a dime, so it's been a great combo. Very successful here in the second half. Ball's at the 46-yard line. 10:07 to go. Clock stopped. Highlands down 33-9. Rio Littmer rolling out. Throws on the run. Complete. Still in Highlands territory, and they're going to say keep the clock running as his momentum was stopped before he went down at the 47-yard line.
Again, the closing speed of Elder's defensive backfield is really impressive. Mason Chumley, it was a good read by Littmer. It was a good catch, but they just close out so quickly.
And who's the injured player? And it was Felbrugge caught it, and Felbrugge's still down. So trainers are out there, not sure what's going on, but keep the emails coming. Keep us going. And he's up, and good for him. Maybe just got rocked a little bit on that tackle. I don't know if something. Sometimes when you get bent back weird, things can wrench, and maybe it's his back a little bit. But he's walking off, so that's good news. So 9:52 to go here as Highlands inches towards midfield again. They gave him to the 49-yard line, so a gain of 3. He's going to bring up 2nd and 7 here for the Birds. And kind of makes you wonder about the turnovers. They could have limited those because they have moved the football. And have certainly moved the chains. Littmer's going to put Taden Lorenzen over here on the right side. They're coming right at us over here in the 45-yard line. And they complete it. And only a few yards on that one, maybe 3. But in the Elder territory. That was Garahan on the catch.
And just like you said, Kevin, they're really spreading the ball around and kind of digging into the playbook a little bit and finding what works, what doesn't, what they do well, and what they don't.
I'm thinking that Cubcat didn't turn the ball over 3 times when they came in here and lost by 8.
And remember, kind of the opposite of this game, I think Cubcat scored twice late to make it look a lot closer than it was.
Okay. A little slow snap back to Littmer. Perfect strike, first down. And that's another receiver, Chase Jacob. So Rio Littmer certainly getting everyone involved here from the wide receiver core.
Littmer's known as an athletic quarterback, but I saw him posting, a bunch in this offseason with quarterback coaches, and the way the ball comes out of his hands is different this year. And he's got some pop, and he throws off his back foot sometimes a little more than you'd like, but when he steps into his throw, he throws it as sharp as anybody.
Yes, he does. And dropping back, and quick out, complete.
Another nice catch.
Wow, that's a couple yards short of a first, and that was
Jacob again,
back-to-back plays. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 3. So the MO for this team has been a 5-yard penalty on 2nd and short. See if they can get this play off before that happens this time. Lorenzen in motion, and they're to block now on that left side. And straight up the gut. Oh, man, got popped. That was Duncan. Got the first down, paid the price.
This Urin kid's, he's impressive to watch.
Yes.
I see what the hype's about and see why he leads this team in tackles.
Yeah, he just put the shoulder right in Duncan's chest, and first thing that hit the ground was his back. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Littmer. And knocked up in the air, incomplete. Thought it was going to be the 4th turnover for Highlands. Have they all been picks?
The tip passes?
No, interceptions. They haven't fumbled yet, right? Highlands? Is it 3 picks?
No, we've got 3 interceptions, yeah. Okay. So Taden had the one on 4th down, the pick 6, and then the one right at halftime.
Gotcha.
So
2nd down and 10 at the 31. Empty formation for Rio Littmer. He's got 3 wide outs to the right, and he's looking left. And throws a strike to Cale Harris. Fakes right, goes left, muscles his way for the first down.
And there's the physicality we talked about from Cale Harris. He got that ball almost 3 yards short of the first down and just powered his way to a first.
Made some moves to get it. Down to the 20. 7:58 to go, clock ticking. And this is the same Eller defense that's been out there all night long. Maybe they're getting a little tired. What do you think?
So Highlands is like I said, in their bag a little bit.
Littmer.
Not their traditional offense.
Has all day, and he's going to run, and he's got an opening, and he busts it out wide and goes down at the 14. Gained 6 yards, ran about 20.
Yeah, good patience for him. Let those routes develop down the field. They weren't there. He took off. And then we talked about that explosiveness from Littmer. There was Ern in open field, and he made him look silly on that play. So
yes.
He's got skills running the ball.
7:09 to go. 33-9.
The swing pass out there, intended for Aiden Duncan. Maybe lucky it was overthrown because there was a elder defender waiting in the wake.
Yeah, that's one that goes down as a good incompletion.
Yeah, absolutely.
3rd down and 4. Cubcath lead cut to 7.
Wow. That happened quickly. When we had the 17-0 score, there was 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Breaking news by Brennan Conley from the Inquirer. 33-9, and Highlands knocking on the door. Ball's at the 14-yard line, 3rd and 4. Rio Littmer, incomplete.
Ooh.
And Travis, in the past, we would have seen Tatum Lorenzen in that on 3rd and 4. And if it takes two times to run it, then they would have done it. But now we're seeing Rio Littmer throwing almost every play.
Yeah, what I think you're seeing here is I don't think Highlands has much hope of coming back and winning. But what they're doing is there's no losing when you're learning. So they're not traditionally known to throw the ball. So now they're kind of learning this situational offense and how to move the ball by throwing it.
4th and 4. Littmer dropping back and goes into the end zone, and no chance of anyone catching that one. Elder, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, your money all year has been Tatum Lorenzen in that situation, and he just has not run the football much today. So, and the one time he stayed out there was he actually was out there to throw the ball and threw an interception.
Yeah, and he does have the one touchdown on the night for Highlands, so it's there. But again, I think they're trying to learn some different sides of their offense right now.
All right. So 6:49 to go in the game. 24-point lead for the Panthers, and they come out with their starters, E-Step in the shotgun. Straight handoff over left tackle. Trucks his man up the left sideline to the 30, 35, and out of bounds at around, let's see, they're going to mark him out at the 45. That was not Becker.
That was 14 for Elder Andrew Talon. So they've got another one getting ready to come up.
You asked a question about getting some guys out there. Definitely some Highlands has put in some of our other subs here on the defensive side.
Definitely a totally
our
different
number
defensive
twos.
backfield.
Okay.
Yeah. Defensive line's kind of their normal rotation. The linebackers, Jimmy Cox is out there. Jack Price is out there. Feely McCarter's here at the closest safety. So we're getting some guys in, getting them some varsity snaps.
Hand off up the middle. And who's 14 again?
Andrew Talon.
Talon.
This kid looks good. He looks impressive.
Man, bringing a fresh body like that running like a starter, gets 2 first downs on 2 carries. And what did this start at, about the 20, 25-yard line? Where was this?
Yeah, I think it was just inside the 20.
35 yards on 2 carries for Talon.
And Talon's a junior. He looks like he's ready to take the baton next year and fill that backfield spot.
Speaking of which, can you imagine him and Becker on a relay race?
4x1, I think they'd be pretty ugly.
There he is again, and he tries to toss his defender to the side this time instead of running over him, and gets a few extra. So 2nd down and 3.
You know, it's funny. We're used to it in Northern Kentucky. Obviously, it's universal. There's a prototype that each high school seems to spit out. Right now, these 2 running backs for Elder, they look the exact same. They've got the same body build. They run the exact same way.
Let's see here. E-Step hands to Talon, and he could be gone. Shoestring tackle from behind by Michael Tincher, and oh man.
Yeah, Tincher working through that stiff arm and way to stay with it and get that tackle from behind. This Talon kid, he runs hard.
According to Dave Hartman, Highlands defense has not been anticipatory. That was the word. That was the 6-syllable word he used.
Anticipatory.
Anticipatory, I think it is.
Is that the mode of anticipating?
And here he is again. And pushes the pile inside the 15 to the 13. I don't see this changing anytime soon. I think they're they're going to let Talon ride this thing until he's stopped.
I'm getting tired watching him. I've got to give him credit. That's 5 carries in a row, and he's bowling over people. He's getting an open field, and he doesn't even look like he's breathing heavy.
Man, he's 17 years old. We did that all day down at the hole at 18th and Oakland.
Going against this Highlands defense is a little different than 18th and Oakland.
4:08 to go. And Talon up the middle. And they finally grab his feet before he gets 10 yards, and they bring him down at the 11. Got 3 yards.
I'm impressed by the one-on-one tackling ability tonight by Ryan Dunn for Highlands.
We had a Dunn email tonight, didn't we?
Shout out. He's a neighbor to Mullers.
Yeah, that's right.
He lives next door to the Mullers.
That's right. So Cathedral gets, let's see, onsides and driving. A little over a minute.
Wow.
19-0 Newcath. Holy Cross 6-3 over Bishop Brossart.
If Cathedral comes back and wins that one, that's 2 of the most heartbreaking losses back-to-back Covcath could ever experience.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. So, boy, that 4A looks to be measuring up to be one of the most entertaining postseason tournaments.
Oh, my God.
With Covcath and Highlands back in the same district in Boyle County. Highlands already, their only loss is to Boyle.
You've got Corbin that's in there. You've got Johnson Central.
Yep, they're number 1 now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a 2-horse race for sure.
Talon and first down and more, and never does go down. Well, they drag him down after the touchdown.
So coming into this game,
11-yard touchdown run for Talon. And, yeah, what were his stats before?
He had 9 carries, 32 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So he's
he had more than that on this drive.
But, yeah, he's doubled his stats at least this drive alone.
What a runner. Now, you know, there have been some subs, but still, he's a sub. Man.
He runs angry.
I wonder if he plays JV. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. They missed a couple today. So 39-9.
You talk about comparing the high schoolers to an NFL player. He doesn't have the build, but he runs like Scattaboo out there, just looking for contact.
Yeah. We saw Scattaboo last night in a big win. Giants over Philly.
Tough day all around to be a Philadelphia sports fan last night.
Holy cow, that baseball game, I couldn't believe the end of that.
Wow, that's you'd be shocked to see that out or that misplay in Little League baseball. You throw the ball to first.
Well, and the catcher's pointing to first base. Everybody's yelling one, and the pitcher just picked it up and airmailed that thing.
Halfway through the throw, he knew he shouldn't have done it.
Oh.
He kind of shot-putted it like,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, it already committed, couldn't pull it back, but he's had a bad day today. I felt bad for him. But
yes.
It wasn't like they were guaranteed to win. It's not like they were up a run, but still.
You never want to lose, but you'd rather lose in a better way.
You want to get beat. You don't want to give it to him.
Shohei Ohtani takes a yard, you can swallow that one a little better.
Right. I'm so glad that I wasn't good enough to be in a situation to lose a big game.
Absolutely.
40-9. 31-point lead for Elder, who's going to improve to 8-0. And Highlands still 6-1 in the state of Kentucky. And a squib kick fielded at the 31, where and what's the running clock rule? 30 in Ohio?
I don't even. Oh, it might be.
Because it's a running clock right now.
Yeah, I guess it is 30 in Ohio.
Interference in the end zone on Covcath. 4th and 3, 7-yard line. 4th and 3. On 4th and 3 from the 7-yard line. Interference in the end zone. So I guess that puts it to the 1.
It's an automatic.
3.5.
3.5.
It's not a spot foul, and then
okay.
It'd be half the distance.
Okay.
Again, that's my JV football officiating knowledge right there.
Incomplete pass. Covcath wins.
Holy cow.
Over Cathedral. Up the middle. Nice run. First down, Duncan.
This Elder team is the stereotype of an Elder team. They are just they overpower you, but they don't have just a bunch of athletes that wow you. They are just so disciplined. It's a football factory here.
Lunch pail.
Absolutely.
Bring the lunch pail here at the pit.
And they just do not make many mistakes.
Another handoff to Duncan. He gets about 6 more. So 1:43 to go. A couple more runs here, and we can start getting in Price Hill traffic.
Might have to stop over there at the chili spot. Be a lot of purple, though. I don't know if I can handle that much purple.
Or maybe your buddy's got some of them wings left.
Wild Mike's?
Yeah. 1:23 to go. And handoff up the middle. This is a sub running back. Who is that, 33?
Yes.
Kendall Fennell.
Nice little run by Fennell, too, and finished it with a nice spin move.
Yep. Elder's got some guys that getting some extra snaps in here.
Under a minute. Didn't Fennell used to do radio?
There's a lot of Fennells in Fort Thomas.
Like Highlands football games, I think. Did Fennell do them with Troy Kramer, I think?
Could very well have done that.
They did a great job back in the day. Every once in a while we hear from Jordan. He's out there watching, usually. 2nd down and 1. Should be the last play here of the game. 26 seconds left. The goodbye cheer from the jersey-wearing Elder student section. And complete. And to the 10. And to the 5. And Felberger's in! Nope, it's not Felberger. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, John Felberger on that catch.
All right. I said it was going to be the last play, and it was. And you probably don't even kick it, right?
They'll kick the PAT, and then the clock will start on the ready for the kick. So this will be the last snap.
The clock is zeros, or is it 10?
10.
Oh, okay. See, there's that goalpost in my way. So 40 to 15. And good hold there by Mikey Abner on I think it bounced to him a little bit.
Told you, he's all-state.
The one hopper, all-state. And so that's going to make it 40 to 16. And they're going to kick off.
I believe it starts when they blow it ready.
Okay.
So I don't imagine that Highlands will kick this.
I hope they wouldn't have to kick off.
I believe they do. Change of possession.
And I think it depends on
the clock. Just stays stopped until.
I think it starts on the kick and then it'll run through.
Bellevue 12-0 or 12-0 late in the game over Dayton. Any last-minute emails to us, 859sportsradio@gmail.com.
Oh, I did get instruction. I forgot, and I needed to shout it out to Boone County, getting their first district win since
awesome.
2016, and their head coach is a Highlands grad.
That's right. And who did they beat?
It's a good question.
God, I can't believe I can't remember that. But there's a lot going on here. I will get to it. And here's the kick. And it's covered up. Boone County beat Scott.
Oh, you know what? In Ohio, if it gets under 30, the running clock stops.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah, that's the difference.
In Kentucky, it never resumes.
Go back.
You're right. You're exactly
difference.
right. So, all right. And Ohio dropped it from 36 to 35 because coaches were going for 2 to get it to 36, and everyone was getting ticked off.
Yeah, and that's such a that's such a great change.
Oh, yeah.
Right? As a coach, you're dominating a team. You want to put the game away.
Yeah.
Right? You tell your kids to play to the whistle and finish things out. And then, you're in that situation. Well, do we keep the guys out there and have to go another possession, or we put 2 on the board and get the running clock?
Exactly. So, last play here. And, oh, man. You hate to see them tackles at the knee, but it's like get hurt on a 10-second play, 7-second play. So, all right. Well, they're going to line them up. And there's the rushing of the field by the jerseys.
I don't think that's a rushing of the field. I think that's just what they do.
No, that's what I mean. Well.
I think this is just their normal thing. I think what they did last week would qualify as rushing of the field.
It's a great atmosphere over here.
They were in the stands and they ran on the field. That's all I'm saying. But it's cool, and I wish I could tell what all the jerseys were, but I love Jersey night because they get very creative. I saw a Wayne Gretzky hockey jersey out.
Yeah, Bobby Boucher's in the house too.
Yeah. So are they going to get a post-game speech here?
Yeah, I think that they're right behind the team, and Coach Ramsey will address the team down there at that end zone.
Gotcha.
So,
all right. Well, we're not going to wait for final stats, right?
Yeah, I mean, 40-16 is the stat.
We're gonna pack it up here, but
if you're Highlands, there's a lot of really good takeaways. The difference in the scoreboard is they didn't finish a couple of drives there, especially in the first half. Elder gets the 2 touchdowns before halftime, capitalizes coming out, and at that point, it's just too big of a hole against a team that's just too good. But offensively, they were able to showcase some guys, show some diversity. You put some points on the board there late.
Yep.
But and the best part for both teams after week 7 here, week 8, we hit what appeared to be very few injuries. So you're coming out healthy, staring down the last 2 weeks of the regular season. I think both coaching staffs could take a deep breath and say, all right, we got a chance to get healthy here and make a really good run in the postseason.
Yes. Of course. All right. Thank you, Kevin. That was awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Great job,
Enjoyed it.
as always. Not one complaint about the camera.
I had one early. But, it was directed at me. I was a rookie.
What'd you do?
What I do? I was a little jittery early. You know what I mean? I had some jitters being in the pit. I don't normally broadcast in front of 10,000 people. You tell me it's 200 or 300. I got 10,000, 8,000 here tonight.
Yep.
So little rookie jitters.
What was
I worked through it.
At the tailgate, what was the pressure that I put you under? I said something, and everyone's like, "Oh my God!"
You said I hadn't missed a play yet.
Yeah,
and that was one of the quotes. We're missing plays. So
no,
I might have. I don't know. I have to go back. We'll watch film. We'll get better next week.
I jinxed
all you can do. There's no losing. There's learning. We talked about it.
Yeah, there's no losing when you're not.
Absolutely.
You ever heard that?
I tell our guys all the time.
Wow. All right. Well. God bless all your fans out there in the 859 and beyond and the 513. God bless this U.S. of A., the greatest country ever. Pray for all the troops and all the first responders and all the medical people and all the athletic trainers do such a great job. And we'll be back on the air tomorrow playing for a purpose. St. Henry versus Notre Dame Academy and volleyball for breast cancer awareness. Always a big one, biggest sporting event in Northern Kentucky, and we'll be there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so God bless y'all. Thank you and good night from the pit.